Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And I'm not just checking in on you. All right. Oh, look at me. Oh, he's coming out controversial right out of the friggin' gate. You know, you should be checking in on me, man. I'm the one who's been sick for a fucking week. Yeah, there was no podcast the last couple Thursday and the last Monday. My apologies. Oh, Billy Freckles. Oh, he caught a virus. Influenza A. Hey, how you fucking doing? Why don't you fucking lay in bed with a headache for a fucking week straight? That was my week. And of course, I thought it was COVID. And I kept testing negative for COVID. Of course, my dumbass, I don't go to the doctor. I don't have a doctor. I keep trying to get a doctor, and then, I don't know, they get, barred from something. Somebody recommends them, and then they fuck up. It's happened to me a couple of times. I got to get a doctor. Dr. Vinny Boombatz. Anyway, so I go down to urgent care, right, which is 2 levels above the CVS. I go down there, and they see me. See me, feel me. Sorry, went a little Tommy there, the Who. And, they do the swab and everything. And I keep testing for COVID. It's not COVID. This is 3 days in. It's Wednesday. This is Saturday. And I have this splitting fucking headache, and I'm taking Tylenol, and it ain't fucking doing shit. It's laughing at the Tylenol. So my friends are all doing research because I fucking, came back from Nashville. So they're like, oh, there's this new strain of COVID. It started in fucking England. It's the first place they saw it. Now they're seeing it, and, maybe that's what you got. So that's what I was telling them. So whatever. They go, all right, well, it's going to be, you don't have a temperature, da-da-da, and everything looks all right, you don't have, I listened to you, you don't have pneumonia. I mean, you didn't take an x-ray, but, whatever. So they go, all right, you got some sort of virus. This result will be back in 45 minutes. So I go, all right, so what if it's COVID? He goes, well, whatever it is that you have, you're just going to have to ride it out. It's not life-threatening or whatever. You just have to ride it out. So in my head, I'm thinking well, what is the copay on fucking you got to go ride it out? Because that's what the fuck I was doing. I was riding it out. And the only reason why I'm here right now is because my wife told me you should go see somebody. So I did. So they say, yeah, you get the results in 45 minutes. So I'm like, well, fucking call me. I'm not sitting here. I'm dying like a dog, and I'm sick. Why would you want me to be here? So I try to first of all, I didn't want to go there. And then I go there, and then they just tell me to fucking ride it out. And now I was like, I'm not sticking around for this shit. So now all I want to do is leave. So we go to fucking leave. And as we go to leave the parking garage, the guy goes, did you get your fucking, your stamp to validate your parking? And my mother-in-law's like, yeah, no, we didn't. I go, it's fine, I'll just pay it. And he goes, oh, no, I don't want you to do that. It's like, can I just fucking go home? Can anybody just listen to me? I want to fucking go home. What is it, $50? Here's fucking 100. Get out of here. Fuck out of here, right? So I get back home, and extra strength Tylenol. I'm doing all of this shit. So finally fucking, I'm getting a little bit better, but this fucking headache is not going away. And I'm literally doing all of these fucking remedies, late at night, I got a fucking, this pad, that you stick in the freezer. I had it when I had back problems, right? And I just fucking wrap it around my head. Ice fucking cold, freezing my fucking head. Playing the game of I know cold after wild would just give me a fucking headache. I'll get an ice cream headache here or something if I keep doing this. But so I had to wrap it around my head to the point where I froze my head enough where it stopped the throbbing of the fucking pain in my head, but not to the point I went so far that I fucking had the ice cream headache. So I'm just doing that shit, and it was a fucking nightmare. So finally, yesterday, a buddy of mine calls me up. And he goes, "Hey, bro, how you doing?" I go, "I'm not doing well." And he goes, "What's going on?" I go, "Well, I still got this fucking headache." He started flipping out. He's fucking laughing at Tylenol. I was saying all of this shit, top of my lungs. And he just starts laughing. And he goes, "Why are you yelling at me?" So I start feeling like an idiot. I'm like, "I'm fucking frustrated." And he goes, have you seen a doctor yet? I go, "I went to urgent care." He goes, "That's not a doctor." I was like, "I don't have a doctor." And he goes, "Hang on. This is one of my good friends." And he fucking hooked me up with somebody who then hooked me up with somebody. And I went over there. And they were the ones that... Oh, and I went by the urgent care and I finally got my fucking results. And I found out it was... I had influenza A, right? So then I fucking... I'm not shitting on urgent care. They're great over there and everything. But like if you actually... You should go to a doctor if you have the fucking flu, right? Anyway, so I finally ended up going over to a real doctor who, did tests, drew blood, did the whole thing, and then gave me a couple of fucking... And then he tells me, I go, "Yeah, I've been taking Tylenol. It's not doing anything." He goes, "Well, you don't want to take Tylenol. You have inflammation in your brain. Tylenol is not good for inflammation. It's good for bringing a temperature down, and it's also a light anesthetic. But what you need is either ibuprofen or fucking Advil." That's what he told me. I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, I've been taking the wrong shit all week." So I sat there with like a borderline migraine headache for a week straight because I'm a fucking idiot. Because I never think to go to the doctor. Because that's how I was raised. I was raised by two people in the medical field, and they would always tell me, "Don't go to the doctor. You go down to the doctor, what are they going to do? They're just going to write you a prescription and charge you a ton of fucking money." That was their idea of it, and they were in the business, so I listened to them. And it was not good advice. So, yeah. I'm saying this to you, but really to me, that you should have a doctor for these types of fucking occasions. Like, I'm the exact opposite of like, those people like Verzi. Verzi's got doctors. I got another buddy of mine. He's got like, "Who do you want? What do you get?" I got the best fucking, I got everybody. I know everybody at Cedars and all of this shit. And it always struck me as funny, but it's like really fucking smart to go to the doctor all the time and get checked out and, catch shit early so you don't die, right? I mean, to say that out loud makes a lot of fucking sense, but I'm just the way I'm wired. Like, I don't want to fucking go down there and fill out all those goddamn fucking forms. Try to find parking, figure out which fucking wing you're supposed to go in. So many decisions I make in life all comes down to I don't want to go down there. Like I got a buddy of mine, like we're going to be going to a concert, and he just told me that he's fucking working on backstage passes. It's like, I don't want to do, like, why? I don't want to do that. Now we got to stand in another fucking line. Then there's all of this fucking shit. And then you're standing back there in this fucking holding pen. The band is exhausted. Like, unless I know the people, I don't want to do that. I just want to let's just go to the fucking show, eat some mushrooms, and fucking watch the show, and let's get out of here. Sorry. Just know that I still have the flu. I'm contagious until Sunday. So I'm not Billy bedridden right now. I'm Billy quarantine. So how do I think I got this shit? I have a guess. I got it somewhere on my trip to Nashville. And I talked to a lot of people during Dean's taping. I could have got it then. And then when I flew back from Nashville, Tennessee, I sat next to a barefoot fucking cowboy who was like, I was on the window seat, he was the aisle seat, and he was crossing his foot left leg over right, so I had to look at the bottom of his dirty feet. And when I would go up to go to the bathroom, he wouldn't put his shoes on. He would stand in the fucking aisle on that carpet. And it's like, dude, people are walking in and out of that bathroom. They are tracking fecal matter, urine, and period blood, snot, and God knows what else on the bottom of their shoes. And it is skin to skin, and you're fucking absorbing it through the bottom of your fucking feet. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I just looked at that guy and I was like, you know what? This is the reason why I decided that getting the vaccine was right for me. Because it's like, all right, on one side you had the evil pharmaceutical companies, you know, they're fucking monsters. But there's education, at least on that side. And on the other side is the crowd that doesn't wear shoes on an airplane. So, I mean, you had to just be like, you know, and I'm not saying the people who don't wear shoes on an airplane aren't right sometimes. All right? But, like, if they are, it's a fucking Hail Mary, because where did they get their information? On the fucking internet? Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying right now, but, like, I will say, you know, when I fucking got back to my seat, you know, I was looking at my sides for Glengarry. And as I sit down, the barefoot cowboy looks at me and he goes, "When does the play open?" Don't you love when people do shit like that? It's like, dude, do you have any fucking boundaries? What, you looking over my shoulder? You're looking at my sides when I go to the fucking bathroom, you nosy cunt? When does the play open? What do you put your fucking shoes on? Jesus Christ. Fucking animals. Anyway, so if I had to guess, you know, I mean, that was my whole journey out there. So I do think I'm going to go back to wearing a mask on a plane, though, because whenever I get fucking sick, it's always right after a plane ride. Like the last time I got COVID was flying back from Greece, no mask. And now I got the flu, no mask. Going back from Nashville, Tennessee. So, I don't know. Anyway, but good did come out of this. I'm going to get a doctor. I'm going to be one of those guys that goes down. I'm not going to do, like, you want to get the full body scan? Oh, it's like, oh, you're going to shoot me with cancer to see if I have cancer? I'm going to do a fucking, what do they call those things? That loud machine they stick you in? They do the whole fucking, not X-ray, MRI. They got something that they can kind of shoot through your heart. It doesn't, that just sounds bad. See if you have any blockage. I'm going to do that one. I don't know. I've been blessed with some pretty good genetics, though. But I do want to stay. I do want to stay on top of it. So basically, that has been my my last week, and this is like yesterday afternoon. Like the headache finally went away, and just like to have the quality of life now, to just not have a fucking headache, a splitting fucking headache. Like, I've been on like this high. I was thinking of selling everything that I owned. That's how bad my headache was. Because everything I thought of was just like, you know, playing drums. I never thought about selling my drums, but just all of this shit that I have. Just wanted to sell everything. What if I sold all my vehicles? You know, just fucking Ubered. And then be like, then what, Bill? You'd still be left with your childhood trauma. It's not going anywhere. Enjoy your fucking pickup trucks. I was thinking one of the nicest things you can do as a person my age is to have all your affairs in order and then really start getting rid of all of the knick-knack shit. You know, keep your nice stuff, but have a nice, sleek fucking death house, you know, for your kids to come over one day. And it's just like, You know, you got a little stack of records, nice stereo, you got a flat screen TV, some tables, some chairs, beds, you know. It's not like, you know, you kept every fucking newspaper of the last 40 years with like dead cat. Like so many people, there's so many fucking like low-level hoarders. It's like the amount of obese people in this fucking country. Like people don't realize you're 30 pounds overweight, they can write you up as obese. It's just everybody's walking around 50 pounds overweight. So you at 30 is like, you know, he's a little husky. No, you're fucking obese, right? I think hoarding's the same thing. As long as you can still sleep in your house, you're not like sleeping outside. I wonder what that's got to be like. The first night as a hoarder, like I literally can't sleep in here anymore. You surrendered the house to your stuff. I saw this heartbreaking documentary one time of this this woman in my neighborhood, a waitress, struck up a conversation with her over breakfast, and she mentioned, she said, "Oh, you know, I made a documentary. Like all these, you know, kids out here always hustling and stuff." And here's the link. So I went and I watched it. And that was the thing. Like her mother was such a hoarder that she was sleeping outside of her house. So they came up with this idea to get her out of the house for this period of time. And they came in and they cleaned it all up. And they brought her back and she had her house back and she was fucking devastated. She like cried. Over all of these newspapers and cereal boxes and cat litter and shit. It was just fucking, you know, she was living alone. So I don't know what it is. If those memories are attached to let's say stuff is attached to memories. I have no idea what it was. But speaking of depressing, I fucking watched... I watched a movie that I've been hearing about forever called The Last Picture Show. Peter Bogdanovich directed it. It's Sybil Shepherd, Jeff Bridges, Sam Bottoms, all these amazing actors are in it. And it's this coming-of-age movie, small-town Texas, like outside of Dallas. Takes place in 1951, 1952. And it is just fucking wildly depressing. It's amazing. It's gorgeously shot, beautifully acted, and everything. And it just fucking presents it. There's no real, like, overall story that I could really put my finger on watching it. But it was captivating to watch, but I was waiting for a sustained, bright moment, which I think everyone in the town was. And it just never fucking came. And it just, it just gets sad, and it gets sadder and sadder. And then it's just sad. The end. But everybody talks about Hans, you know, one of the top whatever films. I would definitely, I would recommend seeing it. But I'm just preparing you that you're going to be sad. And then I watched something, you know, I'm in quarantine here, so I'm out in my office. So my man cave, Billy Man Cave here. I'm going to play fucking drums today, dude. I don't give a fuck. I watched something last night that was fucking wild. I think it was on Disney. I forget what the fuck it was called, but it's about these people. They work for this corporation, and they agree to have like their memory split. Like you go into work, and when you walk into work, you immediately forget about all of your home life. You don't know if you're married or not. And then when you're at work, you're just at work. They don't really say what they're doing at work. And the second you leave work, you don't remember anything about work. And the first question is like, why the fuck would I do that? And why do you not want me to remember anything that I'm doing here at work? So I imagine I'm going to, well, in the first episode, there's a guy that kind of breaks out of the system and comes to this guy. Whatever. It's a fucking, it's not the kind of show I usually watch because I already think about shit like that anyway in the future. I'm already enough paranoid enough guy, but I'm going to stick with this thing. I'm going to watch the next episode. Although I feel like I got to tell my lovely, lovely wife that I'm watching it because she'll get all like, oh, I was going to watch that. I didn't you watch it without me. That's been the worst part about being sick here is I've been away from my wife and kids. And like my wife is like my best friend and she's friggin' hilarious. And we have all of these inside jokes and stuff. So we're still doing that with the texting, but it's not the same as like hearing her laugh. So last night I hung out with a little bit with a mask on or whatever. And I made her laugh, got to hear her laugh again. And I fucking need that. So, but unfortunately, I can't hang out with my buddy until Sunday. Yeah, but that's it. That's it. My wife is the best. So, what am I up to here? 21 minutes. Let's do a little bit of the reads here. Oh, look who it is. It's Helix, everybody. Helix? You know, a good night's sleep is the cornerstone of every healthy life. Well, yeah, that is right. I've learned more of that in my old age. That was another good thing about me getting the flu is I am off coffee, and I'm kind of liking it. I'll talk about that later. Don't sleep on the importance of having a quality mattress. The Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections. The Helix Plus, a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers, and the Helix Kids mattress designed for growing bodies and endorsed by child sleep experts. So, how will you know which Helix mattress works best for you and your body? Well, you just take the Helix Sleep Quiz and find your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. Everybody is unique and everybody sleeps differently. That's why, just picturing this series of shots, everybody sleeping in these fucked up positions. That's why Helix has several different mattress models to choose from, each designed for specific sleep positions and feel preferences. Models with memory foam layers to provide optimal pressure relief if you sleep on your side. Plus, Helix mattresses all come with a 10 to 15-year warranty depending on the model. Don't want to take my word for it? Helix has been awarded the #1 mattress picked by GQ and Wired magazine. It's even recommended by multiple leading chiropractors and doctors of sleep medicine as a go-to solution for improving your sleep. Doctors of sleep medicine? I wonder how many years you got to go to school for that. Helix is offering 25% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/Burr. That's helixsleep.com/Burr. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Oh, we got a new advertiser. Welcome to the podcast, Henson Shaving. Jim Henson? Henson Shaving. If you were born after 1970, there's a very good chance your first razor was a multi-blade razor. These razors have been the status quo for over half a century, but where has that gotten us? You going to blame the Iraq War on multi-fucking-bladed razors? According to a recent study, 2/3 of men expect some irritation when they when they shave. Slave to the grind, going to work. There's virtually no information on how to prevent irritation, only how to treat it. Here we go. Over 2 billion plastic razors enter the landfill each year in the U.S. alone. Mission statement: this is why Henson Shaving wants to change the shaving industry, not through gimmicks like subscriptions or moisturizing strips, but through groundbreaking research on the impact shaving has on your skin. Here's a dirty secret about the razor industry. Even the cheapest dollar store disposable razor will likely give you a reasonably smooth shave. The trick is removing the hair without any negative outcomes to your skin, i.e. irritation, razor burns, ingrown hairs, razor bumps, etc. I'm sorry, guys. Henson wants to change, I now will never know how to say this word, paradigm? The Paradigm. I'm looking that up. Anyway, from getting paradigm away from getting a smooth shave to getting a skin-friendly shave. The paradigm. That's not how you spell paradigm, is it? No. There's a G in there? I don't know. It's unnecessary. If that was like a band, that's somebody bringing their girlfriend or their wife into the fucking photo and they just don't need to be there. The G or the M, I can't figure out what it is. Either paradig or paradigm. I don't know. The Henson razor works with standard dual-edged blades that cost less than 10 cents each. Oh, yeah, it's the old school razors. Once you own a Henson razor, it's only about $3 to $5 per year to replace the blades. Well, Jesus, how much are you paying for those triple, quadruple, 5 numbers there? They're so expensive, they got them locked up. The razor itself is made of aluminum and there's no plastic. There is also no plastic in Henson's packaging. I like these people. It's time to say no to subscriptions and yes to a razor that'll last you a lifetime. Visit hensonshaving.com. Pick your razor for you and use the code Burr and you'll be getting 2 years worth of blades free with your razor. Just make sure to add them to your cart. That's 100 free blades when you head to hensonshaving.com /Burr and use the code Burr. I like that. You know what I heard recently? A lot of these people saying they have fucking aluminum cans. They're actually mostly made out of plastic and they're doing like an aluminum wrap on it while telling people they're good for the fucking environment. It's just like, how do you do shit like that? How do these people fucking sleep at night and why aren't they in jail? Oh, because politicians are just as fucking corrupt. Land's End. All right, Land's End, everybody. If you want to energize your brand, Land's End Outfitters will partner with you to provide clothing that unites your team and makes your brand stand out. Get quality apparel featuring your logo and colors, all designed by the expert outfitters at Land's End. And with decades of outfitters' expertise, Land's End Outfitters provides a seamless solution so you can focus on your business. For more than 30 years, some of the world's top brands have relied on Land's End Outfitters to outfit thousands of employees. They design branded apparel people want to wear that fits everybody and delivers confidence. See your logo expertly recreated on T-shirts, outerwear, and business apparel that's a cut above the rest. Branding apparel that's anything but routine. Land's End Outfitters is the leading online supplier of branded apparel. Whatever your business, they will create products tailored to your needs. Not in your knees, your needs. Get branded apparel that keeps your employees comfortable and confident while creating a connection between your brand and the people who wear and see your logo. The branding experts at Land's End Outfitters help you showcase your brand the way it's meant to be seen. Set up an online store where employers can order the apparel they need without worrying about inventory. See why thousands of brands count on Land's End Outfitters. Go to business.landsend.com /Burr and use the promo code Burr for 20% off your order. That's business.landsend.com /Burr, promo code Burr for 20% off your order. So anyway, yeah, I'm off the coffee, dude. Something I kind of wanted to do because I just got, when you just have something too much and you kind of, instead of going nose blind, it's like your taste buds, you can't really taste it. Like all the coffee I was drinking all just started tasting like shit. And I was kind of like, what I didn't like about coffee drinking is it fucks you out of that afternoon old man nap that you need, which is really good for your brain and staving off like Alzheimer's and dementia they're starting to discover. And not to mention, you drink a cup of coffee, you got to drink so much water so you don't get dehydrated, so you don't start shitting out lava rocks. There's just a lot. It's just like a price to pay with everything. So right now, I'm like Billy stone sober. No cigars. I might be done with those things. I might be done with those things. My daughter told me like to go 100 days, and now I'm over 50 days. I'm more than halfway there, and then I'm already thinking like, why the fuck do I want to start that back up? I don't want to start that back up. I don't. So I was like, all right, I'll be like the coffee guy. And then I just sort of just had coffee. You want to smoke? No, I'll just have like a coffee or whatever. And I'm trying to think like, what the fuck did I used to do before I smoked or drank coffee? It's like, oh, I drank. I'd have a beer with somebody. So I gotta figure out something. What am I gonna do? Be like Club Soda Kenny? Just have a club soda? I don't know. Lands and Outfitters. Anyway, I am so happy to be back amongst the living here. That was a hell of an experience. I will tell you, I was watching, for the first time, I was watching NFL football, like entire games. I watched college. I watched Colorado versus Colorado State. And I like watching the college game more just because the NFL game, there's just so much information being thrown at you, and the level that these announcers are breaking down these plays. Like Tony Romo talks to you like you're a coach. I kind of liked it at first, but I, had it on in the background, but it's like, it just gets to like, this is like a cover two, and here's the A gap. His job's to come in to fill the A gap, and blah, blah. It's like, hey, dude, they ran the ball. They lost, they lost some yards. I don't need to know why. It used to just be like, the Steelers are getting their running game going. Like, that's all he would say. And this was like former players. And then the next level, we were just talking about this with Verzi. Then it was John Madden, and he would diagram plays. But he was, this guy, he goes, this guy, boom, and he shoots it up. And then the funny thing was like how much passion he had. But you know what the fuck he was talking about. He was drawn all over the screen. And it was like funny. But now it's like these guys are like talking about these defenses and all of this shit. Or you ever see like why is it so complex? Like, you ever see that a coach, like when the quarterback comes to the sideline, he's like 38 red read right, hatchback, double chocolate, no sprinkles, go route 37 divided by 2. It's like, dude, there's not a fucking easy way to say this shit. Fucking go down to the mailbox and turn around. Like, is it like a third base coach where like 90% of the movements they're doing don't mean shit, and then the one tug of the ear means fucking swing away? They're just disguising that with all this other shit. But the dude's literally talking about it, and he's fucking got the stupid like recipe card up to his face, and it's just like tabletop spatula left 80, tabletop spatula left 80, no return text. It's like, you don't have to fucking flashback, fucking did it there, red right under over, fucking ba on 2. That's why I'm not buying Gardner Minshew right now, because he's trying to play like, I'm just this regular dumb guy. It's like, dude, you're a quarterback in the NFL. You're not dumb. If you can memorize all of that fucking shit, I don't buy it. All right, I'm babbling. This is the Thursday podcast. Have a great weekend, you cunts. And then we have a bonus episode of the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And I will talk to you on Monday. Thank you.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, September 19th, 2016. What's going on? How are you? How you doing this morning? How are you? How was your day? Did you make it through another one with nothing to say? Your fucking boss come walking in. Hey, Carl, could I have a word with you? Oh, go fuck yourself. No, wouldn't you just love to be able to say, yeah, no. I'm not saying you're not my boss, but just not today, all right? Come at me late Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Tell you what, I'll meet you Wednesday for lunch, all right? Fucking have a word with me Monday morning, you cunt, all right? I'm still coming off the high of being free for a couple of days, you know? That's what the great thing about Saturday and Sunday. If you do it right, meaning... You know, you're living within your means, so you're not stressing about bills. You didn't have any fucking kids, so you got no responsibility. On that Saturday and Sunday, you actually get to feel what it's like to be a trust fund kid. You know? That's what being a trust fund kid is. Every day is a Saturday or a Sunday. You know? With just limitless possibilities. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Hey, I'm not going to do shit. It's phenomenal. You know? So anyways, I fucking got up. I got up this morning. And I had to go feed my dog, right? I had to take the thing outside. So I did all of that. When I was done, you know, the usual thing. This little house that we rented, cute little cottage, while they're fixing our fucking kitchen. And these guys are moving right along, which I'm psyched about. You know, they took the whole fucking kitchen out. And then I was on the road for a couple of days. I came back and they have all the plumbing done, which is fucking great. They got all the copper pipes done and, you know, got rid of all the galvanized pipe. Psyched about that. And for whatever reason, you know, our sink was just facing cabinets. It was like cabinets right above the sink. You just like wash dishes, you know, staring into the cabinets. The only good thing about the cabinets there was when my lower back was bugging me, I could rest my fucking flat screen TV forehead against the cabinet, give it a little bit of relief. Well, but you know the deal. This sink is supposed to be near the window. That's the classic style it was for women back in the day when they weren't allowed to vote or basically leave the house, you know, for all extensive purposes. So they used to just, as they washed the dishes, they could just look out, you know, and dream the dreams that they were never going to live. You know? And I just think it's nice that after all these years, the Emmys finally stepped up and gave everybody else an award. Jesus, my wife was watching that thing last night. What a fucking shit show. I don't know, man. I got to tell you something. There's no way that it's worse. If for someone who is into watching an award show to make them watch sports, there's no way that that's a worse experience than someone who watches sports having to sit there and watch the Emmys. You know, I didn't have to sit there. I kind of had to because, you know, I hadn't seen my wife in a couple days, and she was like, "I want to hang out with you," and then we had to sit there and just watch these fucking things. It just, the actors, they're just so goddamn dramatic. Because you believed in me, I dared to try. I almost fucking threw up. Whoever the hell said that. Because you believed in me, I dared to try. It's like, you're a fucking actor. It's a killer script. You were going to turn it down? That fucking OJ miniseries was unbelievable. I don't believe in me, but because you did, I dared to try. Ugh. It was one of the worst things I've ever heard. You know? Other than when you call up the cable company. If you want to do this, press 1. You get into that. Talking to a robot lady is one notch lower than that. I'm not shitting on the actor. You know what I mean? Because they're like that, that's why they give the great performances. And because I'm a cunt, that's why I do stand-up. You know what I mean? So everybody finds the little fucking hole they're supposed to crawl into. Oh, my God. There's always... These are important stories, and they need to be told. Just take your shiny thing and leave. Just give us the keys. Oh my God. But my wife had me over a barrel because I've been away for like 3-4 days. And then I came home and she was out with my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece. So this fucking place where we're staying at, they don't have the fucking NFL package. What kind of a fucking man doesn't have the NFL package? Okay, I don't give a shit if your kid has the mumps. You carve out something out of your budget, all right, to have the fucking NFL package. So I'm sitting there going like, fuck, I know I can watch it. I know I can watch it on my computer. So there's no adult there or child, who's kidding who, to help me navigate this thing. So I go onto the fucking DirecTV thing. I sign up for something for $99, and I did it. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. And Patriots Dolphins. I want to see this. I missed the first half. And whatever I signed up for was to get the radio feed. It cost me like $99 to listen to it on the radio. What am I, a fucking World War I fighter pilot? Huh? What am I, some guy from a time before TV? Sorry for the bad reference there. I mean, what the fuck? I'm not 80, right? So now I'm trying to figure out how to get the video while I have the game on the radio. And all I'm hearing is that Garoppolo fades back to pass, and this guy was coming at him for like 10 yards, and he stood there like Steve Grogan until the last second, stay on target, and then he let it go. I still haven't seen the replay, and I guess he got picked up and slammed to the ground, and, I guess he fucked up his shoulder. I have no idea. So now they got this other guy coming in for NC State, the place I went to for 2 semesters way back in the day. And they proceed to march right down the field. So anyways, long story short, so I end up having to call up DirecTV, right? And I get into that fucking nightmare. Thank you for calling DirecTV. If you're calling about a pay-per-view that you already ordered, press 1. If you're calling about one that you want to order, press 2. And then right there, I sit there and you got to make that thing. Okay, if I call up and say that I already ordered it, that means they already have my money. So I know I'm going to be on hold longer. So I always go with the second option, acting as though that I want to order something now, because that will get you to a person immediately. Because I just feel like they're like, oh, we don't have this fucking person's number yet. So I always pick that option. But for whatever fucking reason, I picked the first option. I decided not to lie, and then I got dragged into this whole thing. But I'm just trying to stay calm. Patience is a virtue. This old guy said this to me when I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. We were both sitting in a bank, and I was trying to do something. It was a Saturday. There was a bunch of fucking people there. Oh, I know. I had to wire money to get this fucking place because the last people fucked us over on the other place, and the people were coming to fix the kitchen, and we had to be out of there. And it was Saturday, and Saturday. You don't want to go to a bank on Saturday. That's when nobody who has their money right shows up on a fucking Saturday, right? And they just sit there like children trying to figure out, that whatever, 100 minus 110 means negative 10, and you have no fucking money, and you owe the money back, the bank money, right? So I was just sitting there going, oh God, and this guy was like a preacher or something like that, this older dude, and I could tell he was frustrated, and he just said out loud, he's like, patience is a virtue, and I've been hanging on to that, white-knuckling to that. So I'm sitting there trying to navigate this fucking robot system, knowing, I know how this story ends. It's Charlie Brown trying to kick the football. I know it's not going to happen, but I'm trying to channel my wife's calm, relaxed energy. I'm trying to channel this fucking guy, and I'm just answering all the questions. And you know what? All of a sudden, I'm not knocking down the hurdles. I'm clearing them. Okay? I'm getting out in front of this fucking race. I can see the finish line, right? I clear the last fucking hurdle, and all of a sudden, I forget what the fucking thing was. It's like, if you want to sign up, it finally got to, if you would like to speak, I forget what the last one was, but it was the last thing I had to do. It's like, say yes. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. And I went, yes. And this fucking thing, this system heard the other 80 fucking questions it asked. I had to keep hitting mute to go, you fucking cunt, and then unmute it. Because if you yell, oh, you fucking cunt into it, the robot goes, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. And then you got to go back to the beginning. So I got my fucking mute game is down. So I get the fucking anger out, and then I just kept going pleasantly. I'd be like, order NFL on my computer. And then it asks another question, and I'd be like, Jesus Christ, on mute. How many fucking questions you got to ask me? And then unmute it and be like, yes. So I had answered all fucking 18 of the questions. All right? And the last one was basically, it was end. So this is what you want to do? And I just go, yes. And the thing all of a sudden just goes, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. And then it starts asking the question, and I immediately start panicking. As it's asking the question, I'm going, yes, right? And it fucking stops, if this is what you want to do, say yes. If not, say no. And then I was like, yes. And then there's this excruciating second pause, and it comes back on and goes, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. And then I just went, yes! In this empty fucking room, like a complete lunatic. And of course it didn't hear me. And then I just started yelling, operator person, you fucking cunt. And I finally hit 0, because a lot of them don't have that option anymore. I hit 0, and it actually took me, it put me on hold. And now I'm like, oh my God. It was just like, now I was on hold. And then I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to be on hold forever. It's football Sunday. Every fucking 48-year-old and above fucking dude like me who blew off computers. This is my only, I blew this shit off. I remember I was living with Bobby Kelly, and he totally embraced computers. The fucking guy can he can go into the dark web if he wants to. He knows what the fuck he's doing. I was just like, these things are fucking stupid. Give me a notebook and a pen. I'm going to go churn some fucking butter in here, right? And I'm still paying the price. So I'm on hold for fucking ever as but it's halftime. And the Patriots somehow are up 20-something to 3. And I guess Garoppolo looked fucking amazing. So as I'm on hold for 20 minutes, that computer cunt keeps coming back going, basically saying, you're going to be on hold for a long time, but it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier and more exciting if you go to our website. And it's like, fuck you, I don't work for you. Plus, the reality is I can't figure it out. So finally, this woman comes on after a half hour. And she's just like, hey, how you doing? Thanks for calling DirecTV. We'll have a pleasant day, but blah, blah, blah. She just had great energy. She goes, she just goes, basically, what's the problem? I was like, the problem is I'm 48 years old. I've blown off computers, and I don't know how to, I just want to watch the game on my device. And she laughed, and she goes, all right, what's the name on the account? She types that in. She goes, all right, you need to get the NFL Plus thing, so now you can watch it on your iPhone, all of this, and blah, 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 blah. We figured all of that out. And I was like, well, she goes, then you just go to this. And I go, don't leave me. You just got to walk me through the whole thing. She laughed. She walked me through the whole thing. It took 3 minutes. It was incredible. There's nothing better than getting a fucking person. They totally help you out, unless you get a jerk. But she wasn't. She was an angel. And next thing you know, I got the game. And it was beyond psyched, and I got to watch the whole second half of the Patriot game when the dude from NC State came in. Wait a second. Let's see, what's his name? Patriots, NC State, QB. What's his name? Oh, Jacoby Brissett came in and did a great job. He marches right down the field. We go up fucking 35 to fucking 3 or 10 or whatever the fuck it was at that point. 34, was that what it was? 31. 31, that's what it was. It was 31 to 10 or some shit like that. And I'm just like, oh, this is fucking great. This is great. We got it. We can cruise now. And then all of a sudden, the Dolphins just start coming back. They start marching right down the fucking field, and it's just like the classic NFL. It's like, is any lead big enough? I know that we got our third string quarterback who's now our second string because Tom Brady isn't active. What the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. But long story short, we ended up pulling out the win. We're fucking 2-0. And guess who lost again? The Colts lost again. Can you believe this? It's almost like the football gods are weighing in, I feel. The fact that we're 2-0 without our starting quarterback, without our second string, with our third string, we win. Granted, we played the fucking Dolphins. They're in a way right now, obviously, So, I don't know. I'm so fucking psyched. I'm telling you right now, if we go 3-0 and the Colts go 0-4, I know our schedule's going to get a lot tougher. But anyways, you know what was funny? So once we went 2-0, this buddy of mine called it. He was just going like, dude, as long as, this is before, Garoppolo got injured. He goes, if he goes 2-2, that's fine. I just don't want him to go 4-0 because then every fucking dope out there is going to be like, you see, it's just a system. You can put anybody in there and they will win. Which is basically what Boomer fucking Esiason said. He even said that. It just boggles my fucking mind. Some dope tweeted that to me. Like they sit there and they look like beating a rebuilding team during the second fucking week of the season is the same as being down with a minute and a half left in the Super Bowl. The time when other people fucking puke up their Campbell's soup. Other people who are shaped like a pencil who crush it in November fold during that fucking time. There's very few Tom Brady's out there. Very few Eli Mannings. Eli Manning, you want to beat Eli Manning? Play him in September. He's like a sleepy dog just fucking laying on a porch. It bores the man. What is this, a regular season game? We got another 14? Ugh, wake me up when the playoffs are at stake. Then all of a sudden, the Giants got to win the last 6 games. And then that fucking guy's, he fire in his eyes. Well, who's kidding who? He never has fire in his eyes. I don't know what the fuck he does. He knows how to turn it on. And to fucking sit here and disrespect Tom Brady like that. And this is another thing, too. They always have the stupid Matt Castle analogy. They're like, Matt Castle went in and he went 11-5. Can I finally debunk that? Okay, for all you fucking fantasy football Buffalo Wild Wings wearing a jersey fucking dopes out there who fucking high five, gallop sideways. He's on my fantasy team. I activated him today. Here's the thing. For the fucking 90 millionth time, the whole Matt Castle thing. Matt Castle took over a fucking team that went 16-0 in the regular season. Was one fucking play away from going 19-0. The next year, he's under center. They went 11-5. And for you fucking dopes out there who can't do math, he won 5 less games. Okay? And missed the fucking playoffs. That's what he did with an 18-1 fucking team. He went 11-5, missed the playoffs. Thank God we didn't go 10-6. Do the math, fantasy football playing fucking dopes. He would have gone 5-11. All right? You guys don't remember when he got traded to Kansas City and then all of a sudden became mortal again? You don't remember that? And I know what you're going to say. Well, they didn't have Bill Belichick as a coach. He was playing with lesser players. Oh, I got an answer for you. Joe Montana. Joe Montana went to the Kansas City Chiefs, and you know what happened when he went there? The Kansas City Chiefs went to the playoffs. All right, you fucking morons. Here's the deal. Mick Jagger needs Keith Richards. Bill Walsh needed Joe Montana. All right? And Bill Belichick is not going to win a fucking Super Bowl with Garoppolo. At least not in the first. I mean, who knows what that kid can do, but at least not in the first fucking... It's so fucking stupid. I'll tell you right now, Belichick is so good, you can put anybody in there and they're going to win. Because we beat the Dolphins the second week. We're 2-0. Oh, that's it. That's it. Somehow now we're never going to lose a fucking game again. So you know that chatter's going to happen because there's Buffalo Wild Wings people all the way up to guys like Dan Shaughnessy. He's going to say it. You know, thank God Garoppolo got hurt because Dan Shaughnessy, you know, the fucking Benedict Arnold of Boston sports, that man lives to try to stir up a controversy to distract the hometown team. He doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He's like Skip Bayless before Skip Bayless. It's just, you just listen to the man. It's just like, dude, you're just literally just saying shit, aren't you? You're just saying shit to say shit. And I'll tell you right now, because you believed in me, I dared to try. I dared to try. That's one of the worst. I mean, other than just racist things. Like, if you just get away from that. If we just, like, douche chills, as I learned that from Opie on the Opie and Anthony show. I always give him credit for that expression. It's just right up there. I mean, that's a top 5 all time. The next time my wife compliments me, I'm going to say that to her. Because you believed in me. I dared to try. These are stories that need to be told. We're storytellers. And without us giving people a voice. You know what else was great? You know, as the Emmys, I think the Emmys got scared by all the shit the Oscars got. You know, and what was funny is as many people of color that won. One of the funniest shots all night long was when, you know, if they just would like do a shot behind Jimmy Kimmel and you saw the front row, it looked like a great mix of everybody. But when they did the shot, when they'd come back from commercial and you saw the whole crowd, it was like from the 1,000th row up to the 3rd row, it was all white. It was like... It looked like a foreigner concert from the back row all the way to like the 3rd row. But if they did it the way they shot it, they front end loaded. Like the 15 black people that were there, they just had them all right in front. Some Asian people and all that, but all the way to the back. I was joking with Nia, like, if you live in New York City, every once in a while you go into one of those bodegas that's either dealing drugs or just going out of business, and it looks like it's fucking stocked with food, and you grab that one can of food and you look, and and behind the shelves, there's nothing behind that can. That's just completely empty. So I did get some laughs while watching it. And I got to be honest with you, most of the shows, I really, you know, I mean, that People versus OJ was awesome. All it was. I'm just teasing the actors. It's just fucking funny watching them get all, Jesus Christ, the weight of every fucking thing that they say. It's just unbelievable. It's just like that inside the actor's studio. When that fucking guy just sits there like, I hope you realize the presence of greatness that we are in. You know, it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're pretending to be a fireman. Relax. It was so brave. It was such a brave performance. You know what I mean? There's fucking people up there, you know, building skyscrapers and shit. Or those guys who go up and they change. You ever see those things? My palms literally sweat watching these people. They climb all the way up those towers to change the fucking light. The little light bulb at the top of the tower, at the top of the fucking building, so a plane can see it at night. And they got that part where they unhook the safety thing. Jesus Christ, if putting on 20 pounds and wearing a wig is brave, what the fuck is that? Huh? You can't die acting, can you? Well, I guess you can. There's ways to die as an actor, right? The fake gun on set, turns out it's got, you know, you put it up to your head, there's that. They fucking bring a helicopter. People have died on set, so no disrespect to them. Anyways, plowing ahead. So I'm glad to finally get to address that stupid Matt Castle thing. Okay, no disrespect to Matt Castle. He was a solid quarterback, but Jesus Christ, to fucking act like, well, hey, I mean, if you had Matt Castle or Tom Brady, the Patriots still go to 6, winning 4 out of 6. Come on. Come on, people, you know. The reality is what it is you fucking hate the Patriots. And if there's any remote angle for you guys to criticize the Patriots, you try and find it. And I'm gonna go even further. I think, all right, 20 years from now, when they look back at and everybody can just fucking let it go, you know, even like the most harshest Red Sox fan that hated Derek Jeter, you know, who's kidding who? Because the guy was great, you know. Even at the end of his career, even you couldn't hate the guy. I think 20 years from now, that's how good looking Tom Brady is. It's going to take 20 years after he retires. When they look back on the pettiness and the patheticness and the level of this fucking suspension, you know, I think in the end, Jim Irsay finally is going to be exposed for the fucking crybaby that he truly is. You know what I mean? It's just really hard with ESPN now, how they try to fucking just blow everything up. Like, you know what's funny? The whole Colin Kaepernick sitting down during the national anthem, the way they sat there and they just tried to fan the fucking flames of that. You know, then they have the camera for the whole song on, you know, a couple of guys taking a knee. There's like 45 guys standing up, 2 guys taking a knee, another guy sitting down. It's about police brutality. We get it, right? But they're going to sit there and fan. It drives me nuts. Did I talk about that last week, though? Of just how everybody just turns it into themselves? Like those moments like that. Like they just won't keep it on topic, which is this is protesting police brutality and just wanting a conversation and figuring out what are we doing? What are you doing? How can we make this better? Because neither one of us wants this result overall. Because overall, people I think they're good. All right? And there are scumbag, you know, obviously, on both sides or whatever. Maybe you can fucking weed them out. I don't know how to do it. And there is no solution to it. I don't have any, right? But what is funny is I was listening to this radio show. I can't remember if I talked about this last Thursday. It was fucking hilarious. And it was 5 white guys talking about it. And by the end of it, like, there was no talking about police brutality. Why would there be? There's 5 white dudes talking about it. And they're literally going, well, what about when you're at home? When you are at home watching the game and the national anthem comes on, should you stand up then? No. They were all afraid to say no. No, you shouldn't. If you want to, you can. But you're in your house. What's great about being in your house is you finally get to be 100% you, which means you're barely going to have clothes on. You're going to be verbally abusing people. You're going to be drinking a beer. You're going to say all kinds of fucked up shit to your television, which is why, by the way, if you have one of those smart TVs, if you ever want to run for president, you have got to put a piece of tape over that thing. And I don't know how to turn off the listening device, but I believe, the paranoid me, I believe that they are if you leave it on, they are videotaping everything that they can get and recording everything that they can get so they can build this. They can make this movie trailer about you, you know, someday. Where you're either a fucking hero or you're just a complete piece of shit. Well, I guess they couldn't show it. I guess they would only show it if you didn't do what they wanted you to do. Then they would just leak it out and be like, new shocking video discovered today on the internet of an 8-year-old, whatever, Obama, whatever, saying this and this while he was watching 8 Ways to Fuck Your Mother. I never know the name of it. The Big Bang Theory. All right, that went off the rails, didn't it? 29 minutes of yammering, Bill. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, some days the podcast is hard. Other days it's easy. But I just want to say to everybody who listens, because you dare to download, I dare to try. All right, let's get some of the advertising out of the way for this week. So, you know, as much as I am shitting on Jim Irsay, I do not hate the Colts on any level. I was watching them play, and it's just such a great fucking uniform. They're always going to be the Baltimore Colts to me, and Andrew Luck is the shit. Whenever he runs, he's like a hybrid of Steve Young and John Elway. And it's just the fucking Broncos. They're looking great, huh? They're looking great, huh? Now those guys, if I was 2-0, if the Patriots 2-0 and we beat the Panthers and then we beat the Colts, I would be pretty excited. I got to talk about the Rams when I get back here. All right, here we go. A couple of reads here, people. What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. All right, but you know what? People are learning that I can't read out loud, so the copy's real quick. All right, here we go. All right, back to the podcast. Let's talk about the Rams. Ya-da-da-da, boo-doo, boo-doo. Oh, by the way, people waiting for me to talk about Formula One racing. I didn't get a chance to see the race because all of that shit is recorded on my TV at home. So I guess when I go over there today to do the elliptical, as I try to melt what's left of this fucking belly off before my special, I'll sit down and watch it. I heard it's an amazing race. It was in Singapore, which I've had the privilege of going to one time and had a great time doing a show there. So I'm looking forward to it. I've somehow been able to avoid seeing who won. And now that I've said that, I know there's trolls out there, so I will not be looking at any of my fucking devices today until I watch it. So, anyways, let's talk about the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, the poor Rams. The poor fucking Rams. You know, they fucking left L.A. Memorial Coliseum in 1979. I'm done with this town. I'm sick of you, Mom and Dad. You'll see. I'm going to come back one day and you'll understand why you should have bought me a new stadium, right? And then they went down to Anaheim, right? Fell in with the new crowd. You know, and they promised them a new stadium and they didn't give them one. And then they were like, well, to hell with you. You're just like my parents. Then they moved to St. Louis. And they got still another shitty fucking stadium. But despite that, they learned to overcome. And they won. They won a Super Bowl in 1999, the greatest fucking show on turf. Right? Of course, they lost to the Patriots in 2001. But, you know, that's life. You have your good days and your bad days. All right? Isn't that right there, Ricky Prohl? The dynasty begins. Really? Is that what happened, Ricky? Oh, Ricky. Anyway, so now, like, all these years later, it's like they're back in the L.A. Memorial Coliseum. They fucking come back 37 years later to move back in with their fucking parents while they get this shit together. It's like they went through a divorce. They found love in St. Louis. They thought it was great. And then, like, 20 years into that marriage, you know, the partner came out and just said, listen, I'm gay. You know, it's not that I didn't love you, but I just need to explore this part of me. I need to be who I am. And the Rams were like, what the fuck? And then they had to move back in with their parents while they get their shit together. But they still got that Super Bowl money, so they got a new stadium. So it's the next couple of years. It's like a sitcom. You know what? There's a premise right there for a sitcom. Somebody was married for 20 fucking years. Their other partner comes out, says that they're gay, so they got to move back in with their parents. You keep the gay character there, so you win an Emmy, right? Right? Because you dared to write it. I had the courage to say it. Right? You get a fucking Emmy. Jesus Christ. That could come on right after the Big Bang Theory. Somebody, for the love of God, go out and write that. Because God knows I'm not gonna. Anyways, that's what the Rams are. What the fuck would that be called? You got the classic moving in with your... That's great. You got the classic moving back in home to your hometown with your parents, but because you're addressing somebody being gay, then the critics got to go easy because they don't want to look homophobic. I mean, oh, this fucking... This trope. Again. Oh, that's perfect. That's fucking perfect, right? And then you throw an Asian character in there, a couple people of color, right? Get a nice mixed cast going like they had back in the 70s. Remember Fish? They had a young Willis was on that show. You had Sanford and Son. You had the Jeffersons. You had all these great fucking shows. And then the 80s came. And Reagan came in. He said, take the solar panels off the White House. Make the sitcoms white again, right? Jesus Christ. And then what happened? What was the fallout? You had those 6 people dancing in the fountain in the 90s. The whitest fucking song that's ever been written. We do 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 ba 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 boo boo ba, and then they all go, right? How do I know that? Because I got a lady in my life. I'll be honest with you. Joey's character. Joey's fucking hilarious on Friends. I haven't seen that many of them, but you can get through them because you knew Joey was going to say something funny, and Jennifer Aniston was fucking smoking hot. Not that she still isn't. You know what I mean? I don't have to apologize to the ageism crowd here, but you could somehow get through it. Like Joey would say something to help you get through the episode. But I got to tell you, when they would dance in the fountain, like, I always just thought that was a network note where they were just like, all right, you motherfuckers, you want to fucking all gang up together and negotiate and hold us over a barrel? We'll give you your $1 million an episode, but you know what? You're going to dance in a fucking fountain to the whitest song ever. And a part of you's going to die. When you really watch the opening credits of that, you can see, the girls don't give a fuck, right? But you can see it in the guys. You can see a part of them dies each season when they do that. We ain't getting in it, really. We got to be in the fountain. Why did they have to dance? Okay, let's plow ahead here. Anyways. Cleo, what are you doing? Why are you staring at me? Huh? You been out. You had your food. Your tail wagging on the ground. You had your food. Right? Cleo. All right, I don't have time to do this. Let's get back to the Rams. So they fucking come back. Their first home opener, you got to love that they go back to the blue and the yellow uniforms, which is exactly what they should be wearing. That should not be their third jerseys. That should be their first jersey. You had all the fans wearing the old school fucking Pat Hayden and Eric Dickerson jersey. It was, even though Dickerson never played in that stadium, but it was fucking great. It was so great to see. And then look, who was across the street? Who was on the other sideline? It was so perfect. Old Pete Carroll. Old Pistol Pete Carroll. Returning to the scene of the crimes. Right? If I was him, I would have been nervous. You know, like, am I going to get arrested by the fucking NCAA? You know, at halftime, you finally get to question me. But, you know, he was just doing what everybody else did. It's fine. I actually know something. The USC really they got screwed over in that, taking back a Heisman Trophy. I mean, come on. Because what? USC was doing what everybody else does at that level? College football is fucking filthy. Nobody got fuck over more than the Buckeyes, though. That time where those guys, what do they, signed jerseys so they could get free tattoos? Something like that. I don't know, Bill. You could look it up. You could maybe get your fucking ducks in a row, figure out what's going on. This is one of these weeks I just have too much shit to talk about. I had an amazing fucking time when I was in Durham playing the Carolina Theater. What a fucking gem that place is. The crowds were great. My fucking act is still, for some reason, an hour and 50 minutes long. I got to figure out how to cut this thing down. But I still had a great time. And some of the greatest food I've ever had when I've been on the road. I didn't realize that Duke University was in Durham. I had no idea. And I was just walking around going, like, why the fuck in this random town that's, you know, like a half hour away from Raleigh, the state capital, has all this great food? This is incredible. And then I just kept seeing Duke Blue Devil gear, people wearing hats and shit. And I was just like, oh, I'm an idiot. This is a college town. And I got to give a shout out to a couple places. We ate this place, The Federal. If you ever go there, they got these black bean burger sliders that are incredible. And then I went to arguably the best soul food restaurant I've ever been to. And I've been to a lot of bad ones. A lot of bad ones. Over the years, I've been talked into that. Man, white people don't know how to cook. You under-season your food and blah, 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 blah. So you fucking go in there, and what do you get? You get a weak-ass waffle and some dry fucking chicken. And there is nothing fucking worse than dry chicken. Chicken is the greatest tasting food there is. Everybody loves it. It's fucking delicious, and there's nothing better than when it's cooked right. But when it's dried out, to eat dried chicken, it's literally a job. Like, your jaw gets sore. You know? Like, I bet in the future, when people want to avoid getting a double chin, they're going to have the dry chicken workout. And you just eat half a fucking chicken that's dried, and you just sit there chewing that shit, and you develop these jaw muscles that prevents you from getting like that Joey Ramone, you know, the thing that he had where it just goes chin right to the center of your chest. The pelican chin. So anyways, this place was called Dames. DAME''S. And when you go there, I'm gonna go online right now and I'm gonna get to the fucking menu. You gotta try their fucking chicken cutlet. They had a chicken cutlet with this barbecue sauce, and Dean Del Rey, who fucking crushed it all week, he got the shrimp. So he had this hot sauce. So I had this barbecue sauce to put it in, and I also had this hot sauce to put it in. Oh my God, look at that fucking food. Chicken and waffle inspiration. What's the one? I got the option, like the Dames option, because you could actually pick out Dames Daily Deal, right? Serve Tuesday. No, that's not it. I'll never be able to find it. It was basically something. It was an option that you could. It was the Dames something or other. But what was cool was you got to pick out the chicken you wanted, the part of the chicken. So I went with the chicken cutlet, and I got a waffle. And we actually took it to go and brought it back to the hotel room. So we ate it about 15 minutes later. So and it traveled great. I can't imagine if I actually just sat there and ate it. Like, there was already a line out the door, and I heard the guy was going to open another one. Once again, it's called Dames Chicken and Waffles in Durham, North Carolina. It was fucking amazing. And then the bar we would go to, we went to the Federal, and they just had all these great beers. And yeah, it was amazing. There was a couple of beers that I tried. I had one that was actually 9-point-something% alcohol. I took a picture of it. It had like a fucking... It almost looked like the Rolling Stones, except the tongue wasn't out, you know? It just had like lips. It's called Hell Yes Ma'am, Belgian style golden. And if you Google a picture of it and you look on the can, 32 full ounces, 9.2% alcohol. Because, you know, beer's going to give you a belly, so you might as well get to it. You want to drink a beer that's the old right there, Fred. They had some great local beers. There was another one that I had every night, just had like one. And we had a great time. And it turned out the North Carolina Tar Heels football team was at home against James Madison University. And I was like, fuck it, man, I got to go. We went over there, had a great time. It was hot as balls. We sat at the top of the stadium. It was, so we'd have a little bit of shade. It was still a great time. And absolutely no defense in that game in the first half. We saw 8 touchdowns total. It was 35-21. I mean, every way you could fucking score on offense. Flea flicker, the fucking running back coming out of the backfield and just runs just a sideline route and nobody picks him up. And basically something that should have gone for 6 yards or maybe a pick six if you sniffed it out, went for like 80-yard touchdown. It was incredible. So that was, and I was sitting there going, wow, that was like that's the 4th or 5th ACC team I've seen out of all of them. It was, let's see, I've seen Boston College, North Carolina State, when I went there for 2 semesters before they enclosed the stadium. Remember, I sat on grass. I had grass seats. That's how long ago this was. It was like 1987. Jesus, Cleo, what do you got, fleas? You itching over there. I've seen North Carolina Tar Heels, and I've seen the University of Miami. So slowly but surely, with my OCD, I'm gonna knock out the ACC. Eventually, I would like, by the time I'm like in my 70s, to have gone to almost every major program out there. And I know that sounds fucked up, but it's fun as hell, and it makes doing the road kind of easy, you know? Like, I've seen like what? By the end of this football season, let's see, this year I'm going to see Carolina, I'm going to see Nebraska, I'm going to see Florida LSU, and I think I might hang out in Nashville and go to that Vanderbilt game. And then I'll have seen like 18 to 20 college football teams. But I don't know. I've kind of gotten into that shit. Like being able to name like obscure divisions. Like what's the one? Is it Mountain West? Where it's like Wyoming, New Mexico, Nevada, UNLV, Air Force, Hawaii, and then it's all the state teams. Boise State, Colorado State, Utah State, San Jose State, Fresno State, San Diego State. I think I missed one in there. And going to those ones, everybody wants to go to the big house and shit. You go to some of those, dude, you kick fucking great games. Great games. And then what's cool is you might get lucky, and then might be like the next Randy Moss, who for whatever, he did something in high school or got blamed for some shit or just fucked up in school, and you get to see, you know, some great player down there. You may just stumble upon somebody who's just completely dominating. Cleo, why are you so fucking needy today, man? What's going on with you? It's coming up here, just putting her head right in my lap. Hey, watch the wires. Watch the wires. All right, I got to wrap this thing up. Let me, I haven't even done the questions yet. Oh, by the way, how many more people are going to score a touchdown and drop the ball before they get into the end zone? If I was a coach, I would just be like, I don't give a fuck what you do once you get in the end zone, but move the ball forward. Stop doing this dropping it behind you. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like almost every week now. At the pro or the college level, somebody goes and does it, and then they have this shocked fucking look on their face like they've never seen somebody do it. How bad what was that team? Was it the Longhorns that got completely fucked over? They said that they didn't recover the ball. What do you mean? The ball was just laying there, and the guy went over and he picked it up. Was that the game? It was a California game. Was it California against Cal versus Texas? But I just saw the highlights, so I didn't hear when they blew the whistle or what happened. I don't know if the refs fucked up like that, but it seemed like Texas totally got fucked over on that one. So, anyways, let me get to the questions here for this week. All right. Where are the questions? Content for this week. All right, weight loss and nutrition. Hey, Bill, a little tip for your healthy nutrition program preparation to do the special. Oh, dude, I could use all the help I can get, dude. 48's a motherfucker, man. On your last podcast, you mentioned during that first week of a healthy diet, you can lose a lot of weight. I think in kilograms, I don't know how much you've lost. I lost in pounds. Here's the tip. You are indeed able to lose a lot of weight during the first week, but it is not fat. It's just water. What happens is while you're eating unhealthy, your body absorbs a lot of water. If you eat carbs, pastas, rice, potatoes, fruits, your body will keep on absorbing water. It will make you look and feel bigger, which is good when you're building muscle. If you want to look good on your special, cut carbs a little bit, eat vegetables and meat a few times a day. Your body will be forced to burn fat, and it will not absorb so much water. You can lose a lot quickly. I hope it helps. Loved your show in Antwerp. Go fuck yourself. Polish guy working in Luxembourg and living in Belgium. Okay. All right. I'll give that. Kind of sounds like the Atkins diet, which I always get worried about. Like, I guess I'll just eat healthy. I just remember when that Atkins diet came out, people were like, dude, I can eat bacon all day. And I keep losing weight. It's like, dude, you're not going to want to look at your plumbing after that one. I can eat bacon all day. All right. But now there's this new diet where people are just like, it's just sugar. Cut out sugar and flour, and then you can drink butter. I drink butter in the morning, and it helps me burn fat. This is a whole new thing. Who the fuck knows? Like, literally, like, how to lose weight is like, it's like religions. You know what I mean? Every fucking one of them has some zany fucking way, but they all basically go to the same thing, that you go to heaven. And heaven, I guess, is losing your fucking weight in this shit, but I have no idea. Anyways. New Carlin album. Dear Billy Yogurt Legs, are you excited for this new Carlin album? I haven't even heard about it. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I did hear it. They thought it was too harsh. He recorded it before 9/11, and they didn't release it because it had material that was definitely not appropriate for what was going on at the time. I've heard great things, but who knows? Thanks for the laughs. Oh, absolutely. When is it coming out? I got to buy that on vinyl. I'm absolutely excited about that. He is... I mean, as far as greatest of all time, I have Richard Pryor and then George Carlin, just for their bodies of work and how, they truly took everything Lenny Bruce, Mort Sahl, and all those guys did before them, Woody Allen, Bill Cosby, and they just took it into the modern era. And kind of like, I don't know that anybody has really gone beyond it. Like they just blew it wide open. And I just don't feel like you can do it better than those guys. All right, Hillary Clinton. Hey, Bill, legit question. Do you think Hillary Clinton is healthy enough to be president? Yes. She seems like she's in really rough shape. No, they're just overreacting. She's running for president for a year and a half. She's under a tremendous amount of fucking stress. That's going to happen. All right. Don't you remember the time fucking Bush, the first Bush, like puked on himself and did a fucking face plant when he was in Japan? He was fine. Don't you think if Gary Johnson got on the debates, it would steer things in the right direction? No, it would probably give Trump the White House. He lines up with Bernie on 83% of his views, but because he's a libertarian, the youth won't jump on board like they did Bernie, and he has a legit shot at winning. Only 4% of the U.S. voted in the primaries. I checked all these stats, so go ahead and call me out if you want. No, I can't because I don't check any stats. It's your tendency to call out stats, so I made sure to look them up. I think Hillary has been in the game too long, and it's just torn her body apart. And also, what do you think about Colin Powers saying that Bill Clinton has been dicking bimbos all over the house in a leaked email? Well, that's not surprising. I mean, everybody knew that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that about that guy. And that's why Hillary Clinton is just fucking weird to me. The fact that she's still with the guy, because you know it's a business relationship, and that has that I will fucking do anything. Like Hillary Clinton in different areas is just as terrifying as Trump, but I don't know, just this overt fucking racist group of people, and the fact that they're yelling out the N-word, at Trump rallies. At least they have it on video that happened, and Trump never fucking addressed it. Is really, it's just, I could never get behind that guy. It's just too fucking, it's too fucking depressing watching people. Did you hear that? Fuck that N-word, that fucking guy. And it's just like, dude, like the level of intellect that Obama has versus what you have. The fact that you'd sit there and try to reduce him like that, it's just so fucking pathetic and sad. And the fact that now that those kinds of people feel that they have a fucking voice, and God knows I'm not just singling out that one guy, because you go on any YouTube video that remotely has anybody who isn't fucking white in it, you can't go more than fucking scroll down one page before it turns into this horrific. Like, I just for the life of me don't understand why people are racist. I don't get it. I'm not saying that you don't have fucking racist thoughts, as far as, I'm doing this bit now, I'm kind of going to burn it here, just like late at night. It basically, I'm a cool guy when the sun's up, but when the sun goes down and the fear comes up, you start making snap judgments. You know what I mean? Everybody, there's nobody. Mother Teresa, if she was scared, would think something fucked up, that if it was actually spoken, she would owe somebody an apology. And I think everybody fucking does it on all sides. But like, I don't know. To sit there and think like, yeah, I'm going to type this and hit send and send this hateful fucking shit. I don't know. I find it incredibly depressing, where if you're a stand-up comedian, or if you're in any sort of show business, you're in anything where you travel, all right, and you get to meet all different kinds of people, you definitely get like almost like that astronaut experience, like when they fly around and they get to stand back and look at the globe and see how beautiful it is. And then, when they land, they're like, they start crying at like a stoplight. Comedians get like sort of the same thing, is you get to travel around, you get to meet all these people. And then, you meet all these cool people, but then you meet those people that never leave where they're from, and then their worldview, you just want to be like, it's not like that, dude. You just need to, it's overwhelmingly fucking, at least that's been my experience, that it's fucking overwhelmingly depressing. Oh, man, I got into it with somebody in Durham that came backstage, dude. It was fucking hilarious. And, oh, my God, I pissed that guy off. He goes, well, I won't even say what we were talking about. He goes, how do you know? How do you know I haven't had that experience? And I said, I could tell by your shirt. And he just goes, fuck you. I got all fucking mad. And just to be honest, I wasn't shitting on the guy like the money he was making, but I was talking about like being like doing business for the United States in a foreign country, okay? Being like a diplomat and that type of thing, like that level thing. And this guy showed up in these this fucking shirt that like anybody who makes $40 a week, this thing would be retired to the back of their closet. He just had the worst fucking shirt ever. Angry motherfucker. And I knew when the second he fucking walked in, I fucking knew it. When he goes like, hey, you really came down on the South. You really came down on the South. I said, nah, I was fucking around. I love it down here. So he immediately was doing that. And then at some point, when I was just chilling and just talking, he's going, you know what? He goes, you're a good guy. You know, I like meeting good people. I like meeting good people. That is code for this guy's feeling you out to eventually say something racist amongst white people. I like meeting good people. Like, what the fuck does that? Oh, really? I like meeting bad people. I like meeting good people, you know? And then it gradually, then they go a little for good, you know, Christian people, white people. Nia said last night, she goes, people who stand up during the national anthem, and just it gradually, they're feeling you out. You know, they've had a couple of pops. Hey, can I fucking drop a couple of N-bombs around you? I like meeting good people. I felt like I was on the 700 Club. I was like, dude, you got to get the fuck away from me. All right, and you know what? I literally said to the guy, I was like, dude, you're fucking scaring me. I go, that you're making me fucking nervous. And he kind of like backed off or whatever. And then by the end of it, you know, I made the mistake. I want to say I brought up politics, and then it just went down that fucking road. And then I just literally, I ended up tapping out. I just got to the point. I was like, dude, we're not going to agree. This is stupid. All right, I don't want to do this. All right. You just got mad. I don't want to do this. And then he tried to be like, yeah, I'm sorry. But you know what I liked about the guy? I could see he was trying not to be a complete fucking lunatic. But, dude, I'm telling you, this guy was wound tight. This guy was wide open. All right, fiance breaks it off. Well, you know something as much, I don't even know we need to read any further. Thank God this person did that then, before you had to give away half of your shit. Or you had a kid, and then this person had to be in your life for the rest of your life. Okay. Rouge-tinted William. My fiance was a bit of a case, raised in an odd Christian cult, escaped it in high school, spent most of her adult life working to support her family that was still in the cult. Wow. 8 years ago, she met me. 6 years ago, we started a relationship. It had its ups and downs, and it was very loving and helped change both of us for the better. A year ago, I finally proposed to her after we both became financially successful enough to support our own household. Okay, so you're both on equal ground. That's good. Shortly after that, she lost one of her close friends, then her grandfather. We got through it together, and I thought it brought us even closer. Everything was going peachy, right? Well, at this time, Cleo, get up here. Come here. Get up here. All right. Just lay down. Fucking relax. All right. Well, she fully converted. Okay, everything's going peachy. Well, at this time, her family and her cult leaders saw an opening, and after a month or two, she started going back to the meetings. Since I didn't want to be the closed-minded guy and clingy near husband, I let her go to those meetings. Oh, God. Her beliefs are hers, and mine are mine, and everyone's happy, right? Well, she fully converted back. Her family threatened to shun her unless she married someone of the same faith. And since her cult holds proselytizing as one of the highest values, highest virtues, she tried to convert me. I was going to guess that that's what that meant. I can't say the word, which is basically going out and getting more members. I told her every one of my experiences led me to believe that her beliefs weren't right for me and relatable at all to me. I didn't see a future where I believed in the same religious things as she did, but I did mind her believing in different things. All right, dude, you've been totally honest. You've handled this perfectly, like a champ. Within a month, she called the wedding off and broke it off with me. So I did the dude thing. Drank, worked out, picked up new hobbies. Sorry. I was thinking horse. Hobbies. Hobbies. And vacationed in the country half the world away. I was relaxing on the beach in said country when someone from her cult approaches me and tries to convert me. What the fuck? Yeah, what? You're in a different country? How do I get over the love of my life while still staying true to myself? You freckled cunt. Thanks and go fuck yourself. Visit Western Canada sometime soon. Dude, she did you a favor, man. She did you a fucking favor. Get away from that shit, man. Like you can't be with somebody where their religion is telling them who to love. All right? Her now trying to get you converted is because she still loves you and that type of thing. So I think your best case scenario of trying to get this woman back is to just completely cut her out of your life. Just ignore her and get on with your life. Who knows? You might find someone else first and I want to be with this person, or she'll just finally be so fucking miserable in that and realize the happiness she had with you, and she'll go to you. But you can't go to her, because if you go to her, you're going to come off weak, and she's going to try to drag you down into the fucking dark waters of that fucking cult. So I say you get on with your life, all right? That's the best case scenario for you to meet somebody new, and that's the way you get over her. Just get on with your life, and, when you love somebody, it doesn't totally go away, but it definitely fades like a fucking old tattoo, all right? That's the best you could do. You'll be fine, man. You'll meet somebody else, and who knows, dude? Even if she did fucking leave, did you really want to be sitting there? One morning you wake up, the sun's coming up through your window, and you look out, and there's like a couple cult people standing there, freaking you out. We just want to talk to her. You don't need the Manson family knowing where the fuck you are and approaching you. Jesus Christ, dude. Please tell me, sitting on a beach, and that's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. All right. Greece and retirement. Hey there, Billy Baklava. My wife and I just got back from our honeymoon in Greece. Oh, congratulations. Did you go to Santorini? I heard it's fucking incredible. Is that how you say it? We've never been there, but knew we'd love it, so we made sure to stay for a couple of weeks. While there, we were listening to your podcast on our balcony, drinking wine, and you mentioned something about health and weight, as you usually do, and it made me think about how Greece was really put on earth for Bill Burr. If you get to the right spot, Bill, I'm telling you, the food is fresh, the air is amazing, and there is so much walking and feeling all around good. Sorry. I think you'd really enjoy the pace here. I know you just got back from Capri, but you should consider Greece the next time you go away with Nia. My wife and I already want to retire here in 20 years. We're 30. You're going to retire in 20 years? Jesus. That's amazing. I hope you make it. I hope you don't hurt anybody to get there, but I hope you make it. Would you ever leave the States? If we have kids, it may be difficult, but we maintain some semblance of a plan. It could happen. Any thoughts on the pros or cons of that? Well, the thing about when you leave the good old USA is you're leaving the good old USA. It's a great fucking country, and I love it. And secondly, wherever you go, you're always going to be considered a foreigner. And people don't mind tourists when you come over there and you're spending money. But now when you're not leaving and you're taking jobs away from other people, all of a sudden the Trump people over there don't like you, and you're going to have to deal with that, and your kids are going to have to deal with that. So I don't know. I would continue to visit. That's what I would do, but I'm not telling you what to do either. You know what I mean? If you want to fucking live over there. If I was going to live anywhere, I would live in France. And I would live just outside of Paris in someplace quiet. And I would become totally fluent. But I would miss the United States. I mean, I love it here, man. I mean, I'm not like you. You could go live somewhere else. I can't. So, yeah. I mean, if that feels right, there's a lot of people that do it. People move down to Costa Rica. A lot of conspiracy theorists and that type of shit. So, I don't know, but Greece and Spain are definitely on the list. I'd like to see as many places as I possibly can in my lifetime, if that's possible. Cleo, knock it off. Hello? Oh, okay. Jesus Christ, when she fucking puts the bat ears up, I get all nervous. Hey, you going to take her out?
I'm going to put her up in there because
Oh, Cleo, look what you did. All right, I got to wrap this thing up and then I got to go to work. All right, I got to read a couple of advertisements here, everybody. Oh, all right, so that's the podcast for this week. Patriots play on fucking Thursday. I don't even know who they play. I'm so fucking busy, but very excited to see if we can go 3-0. 3-0 with the third stringer. Who knows? Garoppolo might be back. No idea, but it's very exciting times in New England. Yet another amazing chapter, right? In the never say die Boston sports. That's it, everybody. We're just better than you. I'm fucking with you, but I am enjoying it. All right, go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you on Thursday. I'll check in on you.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Anything Better podcast show, NFL edition, going into week number 3. We got a great show, me and Bill. Bill's feeling a little better this week.
I'm on the other side, ball.
Yeah, doing a little better than
Influenza,
okay.
COVID. Billy bedridden. Nose as red as Rudolph right now.
Yeah, well, dude, compared to last week, you look fucking fantastic.
Dude, I had a headache for 1 week straight. I had a splitting. Dumbass. I'm taking Tylenol. Yeah, idiot. I'm taking Tylenol, which doesn't have that inflammatory thing. I needed, I guess, to be taking ibuprofen or Advil. And I finally went to. It finally dawned on me to go to a doctor. The ladies in my life are going, you should go over to the urgent care. So I go over urgent care. They do whatever they're doing. And they go, it's not ride it out. It's like, oh, yeah, what's the copay on ride it out? So they go, it's going to take 45 minutes for the results. Well, I'll fucking call you. I'm not sitting here. I'm dying like a dog. And I'm sick. Why would you want me here? So I go back home. I never called them back. And I just thought I had the next COVID. I flew back from Tennessee next to a barefoot fucking cowboy. And he was crossing. I'm on the inside. He crosses his feet left to right with the dirty of his foot. Dude, I'm telling you, these fucking people, man. It's like I go to get up to use the bathroom. He's standing in the carpet in his bare feet, fucking in and out of the bathroom. Fecal matter. Urine, dude. Tampon blood, all of that on the bottom of your fucking feet. It's so fucked, dude. This is an adult, and he's got a first-class ticket.
That's fucking, dude. That's so gross. The floors are so gross with piss. Ugh.
Yeah, he had no boundaries either. Because I was looking at my sides for the play I'm doing, and he when I sat back down, he just goes, "When do you open?" And I'm like, "You got any what?" What the fuck? You're just reading my shit? Looking over my shoulders? It's bad enough I'm looking at I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I got it from somebody at Trader Joe's.
Who knows?
I don't go to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is the exact same. It's the exact same shit they have in the regular supermarket. They just take one ingredient out of it. And all these people go down there and they get like an avocado sandwich. Their fucking man buns swinging behind their heads. Sorry. This is a football podcast.
No, it's all good, man. We're going to get into the show, man. And before we do that, though, we have to shout out the sponsor. It's the best sports gambling app out there right now. It's BetMGM, everybody. And right now, BetMGM is offering $1,500 in free bets to get your season going. How do you get this offer? It is 4 easy steps. You download the BetMGM Sports app, okay, to your device. You use our code. It's Burr. It's BURR. When you visit betmgm.com, you use the code Burr. Sign up and deposit at least $10 into your BetMGM Sportsbook account. Place your first wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. If the bet does lose, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. And there is a new special offer right now. It is called the First Touchdown Offer. This is pretty cool, guys. You simply place a prop bet on the player you think is going to score the first touchdown in any game. On a player to score the first touchdown in any game. If your player doesn't score first, but instead scores second, you'll get your stack back in cash. You'll get your stake back in cash. So that's pretty cool. So check that out. And let's get into these picks for week number 3. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I'm a straight shooter. I'll look you right in the camera, and I'll just tell you, hey, I'm having a rough one, okay? First 2 weeks. I mean, Paulie's 6 games back after 2 weeks, dude. I'm 1-7. I mean, I can't buy a fucking win. I'm losing by half points. I'm losing by toes out of bounds. That's the name of the game. The question is, will I bounce back? Some say no, and some say maybe.
Oh, you do this every year. Every year you start slow, and then you heat up. Paul, there's nothing to in the first fucking weeks. The top 2 fucking right now are Brock Purdy and Gardner Minshew.
I know.
I mean, it's like, it's going to fucking comes out in the wash about 6 weeks in. Then you can start predicting what's going on. And the NFL, dude, is also in a really weird place right now where they don't have Brady versus Peyton Manning. They don't have Montana versus Elway or fucking Marino versus this guy. It's a very big team, which I'm telling you, if you look this is my theory right now with these guys. I feel like the same way the NBA accidentally had super teams with the Celtics and Lakers in the 80s, and that's what trends they brand on. Now they do it on purpose from the late 90s Lakers on. They've just had all of these pylon teams. It's became where we really didn't start getting the calls until after once the Spygate thing and fucking Brady dating Giselle. That's what took it to the stratosphere. Because after 3, people forget this. After 3 Super Bowls, they were stars. Tom Brady was the systems quarterback with a weak arm. And if I had to start, I would go with Tom. I would go with fucking Peyton. Day fucking this cool hair wearing fashion show. He brought the NFL out of America into these international fashion shows, and all of a sudden my wife knows who he is. So you look at them right now. They tried to blow up Patrick and his wife's relationship. People weren't into it. Now Travis is dating fucking Taylor Swift international. I'm telling you. So now when you go up against those guys, you're going to, these NFL teams, you got to get your fucking storylines going, or you're not. Because we got calls, but I got to tell you, I don't think we were holding as egregious as the fucking Chiefs. I had the last week. That last play of the game, on one side of the field, the guy's just like this, escorting him out of the club, and the other does one of these, and then kind of goes like, you know what it is? I think in the end of the game, Mahomes going back all the time in the world. You know what's going to happen. He's going to complete it, or there's going to be a penalty. Yep. It's a fucking business, Paul.
Yeah.
No? Am I crazy?
No, they definitely, I think it's like anything. I think when the team is the flavor of the month, they get calls. I think star players get calls. I just do, and it is what it is.
I feel like this is going past that. This is like shit, where it's like, okay, we're going to have, dude, look around the league. You tell me other team.
You froze.
It's nothing, dude. It's just bland right now. Am I back?
You're back, yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying, look around the league right now, Paul. There's no other superstar team. It's all bland. Jets are boring. Giants are boring. Patriots are boring. Bills didn't play out. Commanders are a fucking joke. Look at the Eagles. What the fuck are the Eagles? They're like their coach. Is he confident? Is he on? They both. Steelers got nothing going on. Browns, Lions are like, I don't know what they are. So it's just like, this is all they got.
I'm gonna, I don't want to jump the gun here because I think people are gonna think I'm really not being biased here. I'm really not being biased. But the first 2 weeks I saw the Eagles, man, even that first game that they won, I felt like they almost gave it away. And then last week, their defense does not look good. And I still think there's something funky with the organization. Like Jalen Hurts doesn't look. I don't know, dude. I think the Eagles are. I don't see the Eagles in the same class as the Packers or the Lions in the NFC from what I've seen. It's still early, and maybe they can click. But the Eagles just, dude. I mean, Kirk Cousins.
But the Packers and the Lions don't have the Real Housewives storylines you need to get the calls.
Right.
Somebody on those teams, he got dated celebrity.
It's like Jared Goff's got to find a fucking supermodel. What's he doing?
Grande. Oh, she's married now. He's got to get something like that going on.
Yeah.
Something. You're not getting the only storyline they have right now is, will these guys three-peat? And they are going to ride that, Paul.
Yeah.
They're riding that fucking thing this whole season until one of these other fucking teams steps up with a superstar fucking quarterback.
How funny would it be?
Who's like?
I'm
listening.
No, how funny would it be if they called James Goff into a meeting, and they go, Jared Goff into a meeting, and James Goff is a comic. Jared Goff into a meeting, and they go, Jared, we need to talk to you, and he's like, whoa, what's going on? My play's not good, and they go, no, dude, it's your dating life. We got to figure this out. All right, like, are you going out?
You got it like this. You got to stop being such a homebody. We got to get you out at the U.S. Open. You got to
Fashion Week,
or you want to go the other thing? You want to go country? I'm sure there's a country singer maybe you're into.
Yeah, who's Taylor Swift's rival? Like, who's Taylor Swift's rival? Can we do that?
No, I'm telling you, either got to do that or throw 500 fucking yards a week, and nobody's doing it yet.
No, dude, the yards are like they're averaging 170 a week right now. It's early. All right, Bill, I think I get the first pick this week.
All right.
Yeah, because, you had...
Paul, what happens is you lean in and out, and then your camera gets out of focus.
No. Okay.
There you go.
All right, I got the first pick this week. I'm going to be honest. All these lines are tight, except for the...
I hate this week.
Cincinnati. This week is a rough one. You know what I'm going to do, dude?
You know what you're going to do, Paul? You're going to fucking win this week.
I hope so, buddy.
That's what.
Your lips to God's ears. Look,
it's been luck all the way up to now. Is that what it's been? Come on.
How do I not? I mean, how do you go? I don't know. The Panthers, dude. The Panthers are bad. And wait. Well, before we do this, hold on. Before we do this, we have to bring Jake the Snake in here. Jake the Snake, can we get in here? We got a lot of injuries this week. How you doing? First of all, buddy, you doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? I think I went 2-2 last week, so hey, this is a nice improvement.
Oh, you were the star of the week. I went 1-3. I've gone 2-2 and 1-3. Hey, I didn't know that the Patriots got. I had no idea. I remember there was a fight with the coach. Am I freezing again?
Yeah. Wait. What did you say?
Hello.
Yeah, you're there.
We got rid of Matt August 19th.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Missed that. I remember hearing he got into it with the coach. Yeah, he's with the Falcons now.
Yeah, that was a strange trade. I didn't understand that either.
Fucking third round. That was a steal for them.
I don't get trading in the NFL. They're like, oh, here's a superstar defensive player for a third round pick. Like, who are you drafting in the third round?
He made all pros on bad Patriot teams. I don't know. So something he didn't buy in. I don't know what the fuck happened, but.
Jake, who's out? Jake, what do we got? We got a lot of injuries this week.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I can run through them all, but I think it'd be better to go game by game. So, what game you looking at?
I mean, is there a way to just run through as many as you can with like the big names?
Yeah.
The games you're looking at, Paul. What do you got? The Raiders game. Is anything Paul needs in that minus?
Yeah, the Raiders game is the Raiders game is -5. Do we have anything on the Raiders?
No, they're pretty healthy. That's probably one of the healthier games for sure. I'll take a quick look, but I think you're all good there in terms of the Raiders. They looked good last week against Baltimore. That's a big win. And the Panthers look terrible. Well, Crosby didn't limited practice yesterday, but it sounds like he's still going to play.
All right. Anything with the Patriots and the Jets tonight's game?
No, it looks pretty good. Patriots had a couple O-line injuries, but all the big names are out there. So that those two look pretty good.
All right, so I'll go my first pick. I'm gonna ride the hot team, and the Panthers are just bad. They just benched. There's a lot of stuff going on in the building because they just benched their fucking first round pick from a couple years ago. I mean, the team seems like it's in complete disarray, and it also seems like Gardner Minshew and the Raiders coming off of a Baltimore win in Baltimore. It looks like the team is ready to go. It's less than a touchdown. I'll take the Raiders in Las Vegas to beat the hapless Carolina Panthers.
All right, I'm gonna take the Indianapolis Colts -1.5 at home against the Bears. I'm just not seeing the Bears at all, and I think the Colts have a really good defense. And what's his face? Anthony Richardson just has a cannon for a goddamn arm, and hopefully they'll get him some time. Bears do have a good defense, so that's probably why the spread is so close. But I think if this comes down to quarterbacks, I like the Colts.
All right, I fucking love that game. All right, dude. You know what? I'm just a mess this year.
Yeah, but Paul, you've been fucking picking losers, so that should make me feel.
I'm gonna go with.
Hey, tickets. Tear up the tickets.
Yeah, dude. Listen, I hope I can do it. I don't know, man, because it's what have you done for me lately? I'm gonna take the New York Jets tonight over the Patriots, only because the last big anticipated game at home opener was when he cracked his fucking Achilles 4 plays in. I think he's going to come out there. The place is going to be excited to see Aaron Rodgers at home. I do like what the Patriots are doing, and them getting 6 points is good, but I think that maybe they got into a little bit of a rhythm late last week on the road. I think the Jets start their run tonight.
All right, I'm going to take the Bills at home -5.5. I don't know. Jaguars, I don't know what they're doing. They're playing like dumb football. They're a little erratic. I feel like this is the third week Josh Allen is settling in with his new receiving crew. It's a home game. This just feels like a win for those guys. And they still have a lot of those pieces left. I don't know what happened to them. They were like this big band that everyone was like, they're the next big thing. And then they had that fucking one of the most ridiculous games I've ever seen in my life. That every moron who's not a real fan of football was like 87-8, and nobody could stop each other.
Yeah.
Ever since that game, they've just sort of come down to earth. So I'm going to take those guys.
All right. Well, I think, and I could be wrong. I think that the Minnesota Vikings and Sam Darnold are going to run into their first problem this week. And even though the Texans broke my heart with a fumble on the 2, which would have given me a win, I like them minus.
You got to stop. I want to hear any more about your half a point. Half a point goes your way. I don't hear you complaining. Come on. Enough with this.
True. It's true. It's true. But I'm not, when you're grasping when you're 1-7.
You're going Kobe Bryant on me right now. Anytime the ball did.
Yeah, I'm going to take
the shot.
Okay. Yeah, you missed a shot. You're right.
Get back on D.
I'm going to take the Texans -2. I don't see Sam Darnold doing this against that team. And everybody keeps talking about the brilliant Brian Flores defense. I think it gets stopped. I'm going to take the Texans on the road to win by a field goal against Sam Darnold.
All right, here's one for you that I actually was a point. Seattle Seahawks were -3.5 at home, playing the Dolphins without Tua Tagovailoa, whatever you say his name. Who's hey, Jake the Snake, who's up quarterback there in Miami?
It's going to be Skylar Thompson. Tua is going to be out for a month at least with that concussion.
Oh. Yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Speedy recovery to him. What's the guy's name?
Skylar Thompson. He's not very good.
Oh, hey, by the way, I got to say, is it, how do you say the, I said Will Levi is what I called him because it looked like the name of the jeans when I was growing up, but is it Levis?
Yeah.
The guy from the Titans? Will Levis. That was just an old guy. Well, that's how you said it when you said on the Davenport. I don't know there, Jake. That's a weird number, -4.5. What do you got? Geno Smith under center. Pete Carroll's gone. Who's even their coach? I don't even. What's going on up there?
They hired the guy from the Ravens, their defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald, not the singer.
That's a great organization. All right. All of a sudden, the car. I got to go tell you something, Paul. We're going to have a little fun tonight. I'm going to go up against you. And the Patriots have won 2 weeks in a row for me. I think we got a good, solid defense. I know the Jets wanted, this is going to be like one of these games where you got to survive that opening quarter.
Yeah.
Losing their minds, we're finally going to beat the Pats or whatever. What are they, 1-1 right now?
Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, lost the first week, won last week. I'm going to do it just because it's going to be fun. I'll take the Patriots getting 6. And then also I huge Aaron Rodgers fan, and I don't want to see that this way, but I'll be rooting for tonight. My first game I'll get to see this year, Paul, because they finally DirecTV ended with Disney.
Oh, good. All right, for my last pick. All right, so we got the Raiders, we got the Texans, and we got the Jets, dude.
Can I give a suggestion? Can I give you a suggestion?
Yeah.
I was looking at this game once again. If it was just a point lower, the fucking bank. Joe Burrow hasn't had a breakout game yet. He's playing the hapless Commanders. But 7. That's and a half. 7 sucks. 7.5. But there's no fucking way you put money on the Commanders.
No, the Commanders, they looked so bad last week, and they have a rookie quarterback. Cincinnati is so desperate right now for a win, and they're home. I think that's a game they have to get. I know 7.5 is that perfect number. I'm looking at the Saints and Eagles, dude. The Eagles, something is wrong, and the Saints are flying. But this is too many favorites for me, and I think.
How about David Carr, dude? Jesus Christ!
I know. And they're home. The Eagles are playing desperate. Saquon dropped that ball. They're going to be really focused. They probably had a fucking horrible week of practice. Do it?
Because I guess just as a friend, you're a Giants fan. You fucking hate the Eagles.
I know. You know what I'm going to do?
Is any of that? Is this like you want this to happen?
No, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm in a bad way right now. I'm not seeing it. I can't see it yet.
Well, I'm not seeing it either. I'll obviously look at my record, but fun game to have a little action on. Saints Eagles. That's a good game.
Fuck it, dude. I'm gonna take the Saints, dude. I'm gonna take the Saints -3 at home. I just think the Eagles there's something broken in Philly, I think.
Do you think it's hung over from whatever the hell happened last year?
I think something is off with them. I think they almost lost that first game too. So yeah, I'm going to just take the Saints. Derek Carr and them look fucking fantastic.
All right, cool. So everybody stayed away. I thought, something out of respect, I stayed away from your Chargers, even though I wanted them last week. But you took them, and historically, Paul, you've been a Charger, you've been a Charger guy. So but I was surprised. A point and a half. I like that matchup as far as like, where'd you go, Paulie?
I'm coming.
Where did you go, Paulie? I'll just keep running my yap as I always do. I just like.
Hold on, I'm coming back. You could hear me, right?
I can hear you.
What's going on here?
I just like Jim Harbaugh. There you go. I like Jim Harbaugh. I already like what he's doing. The team's coming. They're getting a personality. They're taking on his grit. The guy is a fucking winner. He won at Stanford. He won as a player. He won with the Bears. He won with the Colts. Two of the hardest things you could ever do.
Yeah.
Pre-Peyton man winning with the Colts. He fucking wins at Stanford. He wins at the 49ers. His brother wins Ravens. He wins at Michigan.
Yeah.
What are they, 2-0?
They're 2-0.
Guy fucking wins. They ain't pretty so far. But I also, Herbert, took a long time off.
Yeah, but I don't know why
There's
that
a
number's
team,
so low. It's a pick 'em, dude.
Well, why don't you ask Jake the Snake? I'm sure he's got some sort of inside information going on there. What do you got there, Jake?
Yeah, Herbert didn't practice yesterday.
When you're not talking to the ladies and you're fucking looking at this game, what do you got?
I like us in this matchup. Assuming Herbert plays, which it looks like he will, I think we'll be good.
Still has that plantar fasciitis thing?
Maybe he got hit in the leg at the end of the game yesterday or Sunday. I mean, but I think he'll be all right. He plays through everything. And the Steelers' offense did not look very good. I had them against Denver, and it hit, but it was very ugly.
Why is that line so low? Why is the line like that?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe it's because the Steelers are at home, and they're giving them an edge there, and their defense is outstanding. So those are the only two things I can point to.
What about Russell Wilson? How's he doing out there?
He's not. I don't think he's going to play again. Looks like they're going to start Fields again. That's what they're gearing up towards.
Dude, what the fuck happened to that guy?
I don't know.
He was one of the top guys in the league. He gets traded to the Broncos, and all of a sudden he can't play football anymore.
If the Chargers and the Chiefs both win, then they'll both be 3-0 going into next week when they play each other. So that'll be a fun game that I'll be at.
You're going to go next week?
Yes. That'll be great.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, dude. I want you to film the offensive line on the last play of the game when the Chargers are up by 2.
Oh, well, yeah, like you're saying, we got to beat them by 2 scores. You can't beat them by 1. They're going to call pass interference.
Players talk about that, about like the teams that they're into, dude. I'm telling you, it's not like the old days. It's too much immediate competition. You have to kind of finesse.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to grow. The Chiefs have the winning formula. They have a great team, great.
Yeah.
They have a celebrity ship. They have everything. They can sell the game globally off of Taylor Swift's tickets. I mean, Travis Kelce was at the fucking U.S. Open.
Yeah.
The U.S. Open with a Gucci bucket hat. It's it's like they're ripping us off, like when the Colts stole our offense.
Yeah. What do you think of that play at the end of the game where the DB was going for the ball and they still call pass interference?
I mean, I thought it was obvious pass interference. I didn't understand. I
thought he got there early.
My bad.
Receiver. It's not like he threw it or anything with the call. Problem was the egregious fucking holding.
Yes.
On both sides of the field. There's no fucking way you miss that. But It's just like, it's like the old days, when the Canadians were the Canadians, man. If they were down a goal and there was 5 minutes left, by hook or by crook, they were going to get on the power play. So you had to beat them by 2 fucking goals. And it's just how it was. It's just how, and the Patriots had it for the back end of their Super Bowl championship. And then they immediately turn that onto the Chiefs, and it's up to all of these other 31 teams to quit fucking crying and get somebody in a celebrity relationship and get somebody to start throwing like fucking no-look half-yard pass. I still don't get that. A 2-yard pass, they're freaking out like, I don't know. I still don't. I think Patrick Mahomes, A- quarterback.
Whoa.
I don't see the fucking cannon arm, changing the plays at the last. I just don't see it. I don't know what the big fucking deal is. Only because the second he came into the league, anything he did, they were like, "Oh my God, I hope you appreciate what you did." It was like they were like, what it was their panic. That they were like, they panicked when Peyton left, and then they're like, "Oh my God, Tom's gonna leave. What are we gonna do?"
Yeah.
Romo's the biggest offender of that. He loves doing those Chiefs games. Oh my God.
Hey, I will tell you this: this is the first time I watched football since I've had kids and actually sat and watched it. Because my kids always coming in, they're priority, right? And the sheer fucking information they're just pumping into your head that just goes in one ear and out the other. Like, if a lot of old NFL highlights, and you just see them like, hey, the Steelers are getting the running game going. And now it's just like, they got it covered too. 37 is the mic here. This guy's going over here. Now his job, he has to seal it off, drive it back to the inside. Now he has to fill the fucking A gap. It's just like, I feel like I'm in a coach's meeting.
Yeah, we're all not coaches. Yeah, I know. It's like,
dude, I have to look up the cover 2 every 3 fucking games. I have a life.
What have you guys thought of Tom so far?
Yeah. Yeah, my wife shouldn't know what a dime fucking coverage is when she's making chili.
Yeah, it's insane. And then all the stats and all that. It is just like, it's a fucking lot. It is completely changed. And as far as the kickoff goes, I'm not going to ever try to understand that. I'm just like, this is what kids do when they kick the ball off. But I know in about 2 minutes they're going to start playing football again. Are they playing red light, green light? Is that what's going on?
Horrible.
You know what's funny? I had a guest on the Verzi Effect yesterday, and she's from Pennsylvania, but her dad was a huge Cowboy fan, so now she's a huge Cowboy fan, and she's Sicilian, and her dad couldn't stand listening to the announcers, so he would mute it and then just play Italian music during the football game. How great is that?
No, that's perfect.
How great is that?
Radio is better.
Yeah.
Radio is better. It's always been better when it comes to that stuff, but like over promoting things. I saw one in like the Sunday, so they're all like monotone, they can't sing or whatever, and then they come back and everybody was like, that's amazing. They should do that with every team. It's just like,
yeah.
Was that amazing? It's just like, the game is amazing. Remember the game?
Well, people used to make fun of John Madden. People would make fun of John Madden, saying John Madden kept it so simple and John Madden just said the obvious. But you know something? That was a brilliant move because, he knows people aren't coaches, and it was great.
He wasn't. He would diagram the play, but he did it in a funny way. He would circle the guy. He comes in, boom, this guy, boom, and then he, boom, goes up the thing. And then it was just funny because he'd written all over the place. But like, he had the way of doing that. But like now, they are talking like in the fucking locker room. And like, I fell fucking behind, but like, it's going on with my feet here. It's probably the NFL not liking what I'm saying. All right.
All right,
hey, we got to go through our things because I was going to pick the Chargers. I didn't. I picked somebody else. I'm already forgetting who I picked.
I thought you landed on the Chargers.
The Pats. I got the Colts. I got the Bills, and one other team.
No, you took the Chargers, did you?
I'm pretty sure you took the Chargers. Yeah.
I did take the Chargers. Oh, and I'm sitting there saying we both stayed away from the game. Oh, I did take. I still got the fucking fever sweats here, dude. Oh, Billy, bedridden for a week.
So, all right, and I got the Jets, Texans, Raiders, and Saints. And now we would do all right. So listen, we have a choice for the Monday night. The Monday night special. There's 2 Monday night football games: the Jacksonville Jags and the Bills, or the Commanders and Bengals, which is 2. But right, Andrew, those are both on Monday, correct?
They are. They are. Sorry.
Okay.
Who the fuck has time to watch 2 football games on a Monday night? Doesn't anybody work anymore?
Hey,
What
I'll
is
be
it,
there.
Flag Day or some shit? Like, who the fuck? What time they start in the first game?
Yeah, I don't like when they fucking. I don't like when the games overlap. Like one game starts at 7, and then the other game starts at like halftime of the first game. It's like just go fucking 7 and
This
10
is
or
what I'm
something. I
called.
don't
They
know.
can't make enough fucking money. This is what I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Somebody has to get a celebrity girlfriend or another fucking team who calls at the end of the game. Paul, what about you? You got
What do you
some
mean?
big dates coming up. What if you did like a trial separation with your wife, just as a gimmick? We hook you up with somebody semi-famous, but wholesome, like it's like cooking show broad, but hot. Amy Apron, whatever. She has over fucking 15 million. She's an influencer, Paul.
Dude, right
She's
now,
breaking ground. There's a new ways of making French toast. This could elevate your comedy crowd.
dude, my luck, it'll be like fucking Rachel Ray. She's great too, though. She's an
I always thought she was fucking hot, even before she did the lighter J-Lo hair thing. I said there was something about her.
Now, there's something about having somebody cook for you.
She's
Like,
together in 20 minutes. She gets a little bang afterwards. I fucking that was my speed.
dude, she slaps together a sandwich after fucking giving you a little fucking,
Yeah, she's a little thicky. Got those hips going, Paul. Come on.
I don't know, dude. We could play with this, right, Andrew? I mean, we can do, we could play with we could do both games. No, what are we going to do here? We got the Commanders are getting 7.5.
Can we? You want to tease the number up or down? Can we do that?
Can we do a tease or no?
Yeah, do whatever you want.
All right. I mean, I would feel a little better if the Bengals around half.
Yeah, we could take the Bengals having to only win by 2, and then we could actually
No. They
tease.
still have to win by 5.5
Why?
because they're favored by 7.5.
Yeah, a tease, you get 6 points.
Yeah, I thought it was 6.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you could just pick a number.
No. We can.
You
get
kind of
six-
can. Bill's
can.
kind of right, but standard talk, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
standard
2 teams.
tease.
You tease the fucking Bengals down 1.5.
Yep.
You teasing the Jags up or the Bills down? Maybe the Jags up.
Teasing the Jags up to
11.5. Bills
I
aren't going to
like
beat
that.
the Jags by 11.5.
I like that bet.
Oh, Andrew doesn't like it. So we're going to take 2 favorites. We're going to take 2 favorites.
Dude, you're going to take the Jags at home against the Bills. It's week 3. Just because
Bills
week
are
1
at
and
home.
2
Bills
were
are at
crazy
home.
this year.
No, but the Bills are at home. The Jags aren't going to lose by more than 11 points. The Jags aren't going to lose by 12 points. No.
All right.
The Jags.
Hey,
Jags
man.
are desperate.
Didn't think the Ravens
Jags
were going to
need a
lose
win.
last week either.
Nah, but the Jags need a win, and Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. They're not going to lose by that on prime time. No way.
Jake,
Or you go the other.
I'm with you, Paul. I think it'll be
No.
close.
It's going to be a close game. Travis Etienne's playing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
dude.
is one of the healthier games, ironically.
Jags
It
on
is. It's their
prime
first
time.
good healthy game.
Jags on prime time getting 11.5 is in a game that they have to win, or they go 0-3 or whatever it is. They're gonna win. I mean, they're gonna come close to winning. It's gonna be a close game. I like
Earlier
them
when I took the Bills
11.5.
minus 5.5.
What's that?
I said, where was all this advice earlier when I took the Bills minus 5.5? Billy
Well, no, I
Flops
mean, I can-
over here.
No, but listen. Even if we lose by 10, even if the Jags lose by 10, we win the bet.
You're not
Yeah, that's
listening
more.
to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Earlier, I take the Bills and I get, no, I don't care. Wait, that fucking Jags got to win. It was none of that. Well, I don't expect it from you. We're like playing against each other. But, Jake,
No, we're not playing against each other. We're playing against everybody. I need a win.
Yeah, going against the book.
We're going against the book here.
Paul, I fucking need this one, man. All right, Jags getting 11.5. Bengals down to
-1.5.
What else?
Yep. And what else? Yeah, what else? We got to do one more.
Throw one. Joe to throw one.
And Joe
Burrow.
Joe Burr to throw one.
That's good.
And Josh Allen to throw one.
He does run a lot.
Or run one.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm.
Shit.
Who's he throwing to up there? Stephon Diggs is gone.
Yeah, he is gone.
Actually, you know what? If he's on like the 3 or 4 yard line, he's going to run it himself, isn't he?
He's a country guy, Paul.
Oh, they got Cook though, too. They got Cook. They got Dalvin Cook's younger brother.
Yeah. And he's
right,
he's throwing long and short to Cook. So
all right, let's do that.
All right, so we'll do Cook anytime touchdown, Burrow to throw one touchdown, Jaguars getting 11.5, and Bengals have to win, are laying 1.5, right?
Yeah, I like that, Paul.
I like that too. That just feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
What are the odds on that, Andrew?
keep talking. I'll put it together.
Dude, I need this, dude. I need a week because if I have a bad one, whoa, Paulie's digging a hole, baby. Give me that shovel. Oh shit! And you know what sucks?
You need. This is the earliest in our doing this that you need a week. You're like 1-3, 2-2, 1-3. That's your September.
Dude, if I was an NFL
1-3, Paul. Jesus.
Dude, if I was an NFL team right now, I'd be 0-3, going on the road, needing a win.
Yeah, you would be on the hot seat.
I would be. Dude, I got fan. You know what sucks? Now the fans reach out to me. Now I got a fan going, Verzi, man, I'm trying to ride with you, but I may have to hold back. I'm like, where the fuck were you the last 3 years, Dick? What the fuck? Can I get any positive?
Because that's what they're there for. They're there for the fall. They're there for the fall. They're not rooting for you. What if fans say to you, oh my God, dude, you're my favorite comedian right now. It's not right now, but the second anybody comes along and tickles my ass a little better, go fuck yourself. That's why all that matters is your wife and your kids.
Boom.
That's right. Everything else is bullshit.
Dude, I had a funny one at the stand the other night.
Paul, and the second you're laying in the dirty Jordans stepping over you.
It's the same thing with your fucking wife. It's the same thing with your fucking wife.
Oh, here we go.
No, it is. They don't, it's like things are good, Things are good. Money's coming in. Oh, you fucking did. As soon as there's a fucking bump in the road, it fucking changes, dude. It's fucking horse.
Sometimes there's not even a bump, Paul. Sometimes they're just looking for a problem.
No bumps.
Because they haven't had a good fight in a minute.
Yeah. If there's a problem with fresh asphalt, if the driveway just got paved and there's a problem.
Yeah, what is the fucking problem?
There's no pebbles on the road, dude. No, man.
Wait, you got asphalt?
Asphalt.
You didn't do the blacktop, right? I hate when people do the blacktop. That's like those fucking assholes. I'm going to put a floor on top of the floor. No, you fucking remove the floor.
Yeah, no, we don't have blacktop.
Put a floor on top of the floor. You start cutting doors.
No blacktop. We don't do that.
No. That's cheese whiz on a fucking cheesesteak, Paul. You go provolone. You don't go blacktop. You go asphalt.
Listen, sometimes a little whiz wit though. It depends if I'm drunk. It depends if I'm drunk.
Dude, what kind of a fucking Italian chooses fake cheese over real fresh provolone? Listen,
the latter is better, but if I'm hammered in Philly and if I'm hammered in Philly, I just, it's like all inhibitions. Like, the bad mistakes you make in Vegas, same thing goes with food. Wait, not that I made mistakes.
You know what's funny? Every fucking city is known for something, like whatever food, and everybody grew up there, and you go there and you eat it, and you just feel like you just ate a boot. None of it is good food.
No.
Philly, yeah, well, I've done cheesesteaks, steak and cheese in Boston. Fucking whatever. What do you get? The pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
You go out to Buffalo, you get the fucking wings. Oh, you got to
It's
go to
awful.
Duffy's and you get the fucking wings. And then, oh my God, I want to fucking kill myself. Why am I eating like this?
Yo, do you remember me and you had those hot shrimp?
I should have got a
at
Greek
St. Elmo's?
salad. Huh?
Greek salad. Do you remember when me and you had those hot shrimp at St. Elmo's in Indianapolis? You don't remember?
No, I thought you were saying when we went to New Orleans for the fucking LSU Alabama and then the fucking Saints Eagles Monday night game and Hart 3 trays.
I
Dude,
remember
you will
that.
die. You go to New Orleans, you could actually, if you have not doctor and had your heart checked, you could fucking die down there.
Oh, it's
And it's fried hot sauce, face down in the marsh. Oh, you're talking about in the bayou. You're talking about the fucking
the
what
spicy
was it?
shrimp.
No, but it had the horseradish.
It had the horseradish, but like, remember the aftermath of the bite. Oh my God, dude! It's on YouTube actually.
It's on YouTube, yeah.
Dude, you could fucking somebody ODing on heroin. You could fucking throw some horseradish in their mouth. They'd come around.
It was like a 2-second delay too. We bit it and we would go, oh yeah, my head went back.
Yeah, we just shoot right up, man.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
amazing.
No, it was really good though. Yeah,
Well,
it was good.
I'm happy to be back amongst the living. Got my appetite back.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
welcome
You
back.
look great. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. That's the show here. We Bill got his picks. I got my picks. You guys got the Monday. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, play it right here. Oh my.
Young volley.
Young Paulie.
Can you what?
Oh, that's right. Then you would get the buzz in the back of the head.
Wait, Bill did it too. Oh, that was the best. Dude, we were. Oh my God, I was young.
Yeah, both are.
Oh, look, Billy.
Well, Billy's got some hair left.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that was
Big
a
bite.
big. That's a big bite.
Hey, it's showbiz. Got to go in for the thing.
Yo, it was like a 3-second delay. Oh,
It felt like a COVID test when someone else does it for you.
oh, that's a
They
classic.
fucking
dude.
jam it way up there. You're like, all right.
Dude, that was 11 years ago. Holy shit, time flies, dude. That was
only 11 years ago. I look 20 years younger.
my daughter was my daughter was 1 then, and Lucas was 4. Oh my God. All right, guys. That's you got our picks. You got the Monday night special, fun Monday night special with the double what's it called? Tease, 2-game tease. And make sure, guys, you go to the BetMGM app. It's the best app out there, guys. You know, we've been with them for 3 years for a reason. Please bet responsibly. Here's what you do. The offer is $1,500 in free bets with your first to get your season going. How it works is you download the BetMGM app, you use our code BURR, BURR. You sign up and deposit at least $10 into your BetMGM Sportsbook account. Place your first wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. If the bet does lose, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. Enjoy. Hopefully I get off the, what do they say, Bill? Get off the snide? Whatever that means.
I don't know about that. Hopefully you right the ship.
Right the ship, get back on track, whatever. Bill, you're holding the show down right now, dude. I mean, this is, hey, if it wasn't for you.
I'm holding the show down with a 3-5 record.
Yeah, well, I'm 1-7. All right, guys. That is.
And that's gonna
here
be
we
fun.
go. We have hold on, before we get out of here, we have some news here in the chat. It says Jared Goff is dating a model. Herbert is banged up. And no A.J. Brown for the Eagles, which is good for me, and Steelers' first home game. Okay.
Wait, he's dating a model. Wait, every chick you met when you were growing up said I used to model. Where does she model? A supermodel or a model? She does the car shows. Like, what are we talking here?
No, I think she's like a legit, but supermodel.
What a group for the Lions. Now, what he needs to do is he forward haircut and go to one of those ridiculous events, okay? And then he steals from the Chiefs. And then higher ups in the NFL, they start going like, all right, maybe the Lions can hold a little bit at the end of the game.
Dude, there you go. It'll play out.
It's my Uggs conspiracy.
I love it. All right, everybody.
And I love you, and Andrew, and Jake the Snake, and all the football fans that watch every week.
And dude, everybody was honestly, a lot of fans were reaching out asking about you. The fans were going, love the show. Hope Bill feels better. You were a trooper holding your head up. Dude, that was your flu game. And you fucking won some games.
Flu game. I was on for 10 minutes. All right.
All right, guys. That's the show. We'll see you guys for week 4. Enjoy week 3. Bet responsibly. And we'll see you next week.